hey now, the worst is over now. What's up? What's up, everybody? Hey, everybody. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm trying to adjust the thing here. Oh, not that way. That way. Haha. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the first stream post Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh my god, I'm excited, man. Excited to get into it, excited to talk to you guys about it. It's gonna be a good stream. I'm excited. You know, look, I love these Marvel movies, and I love going to the Marvel movies, experiencing the Marvel movies, marveling all over the Marvel movie. But one of the best parts of this job is getting in here and hanging out with y'all and talking about the movie with you guys and getting into it and you know, just gushing about it. And so I'm super excited, of course, to be with you guys here today. Thank you very much for being here. Smash a like on the video if you don't mind. And yeah, I've got some notes. I've got some things I want to talk about with regards to, you know, kind of my feelings on the film, my feelings on Marvel overall, because it's like such a wild, like it's Marvel's really winning right now in crazy ways. And if you've been following any of this stuff that's coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, oh man, like, dude, first of all, they're getting treated so well over there. Oh my God. And also, like, dude, what fucking Galactus drone shows? Everybody in Hall H getting to see the movie, them bringing out the cast, including the cameo stuff to Hall H. My God, bro, what an absolutely incredible. Like, I don't know, man. They're shitting all over every other brand and IP basically right now. Jordan, welcome to the Nerd Avengers, baby. We got a bunch of chats and member chats and gifted members coming into the stream. Let me see if I can grab them all real quick. Do me a favor and smash the like button. And we're going to be here for a while, so buckle up. Buckle up, baby. Buckle up. Chris, thanks for gifting a membership, brother. Fanjexer says, let's fucking go. I assume you saw it, Adam. And yeah, it says it in the title, guys. We're going full spoilers today. Okay, so it's full spoilers. So that's what it is. Just prepare for it. If you haven't seen the movie, man, I mean, I recommend getting out of here, you know, so you could save some of those surprises and have some of the surprises for yourself. But yeah, we're getting into full spoilers today. Corey says, seen it tomorrow at 1 p.m. I took off work for the day to fully enjoy it. Let's fucking go. Dude, you made the right move, man. You made the right move. I don't know what your job is, but they can handle it. You know what I mean? Like, they can handle it. Enjoy your day, bro. That's awesome. Dan D gifting a membership. Appreciate you, brother. Zane P says, yo, what's up, Josh? Usually can't make it to the streams, but this is a special case. Much love. Appreciate you, brother. This is a special case. Hell yeah. I'm here for all the news. Wait, what news? Wait, what are you talking about? Baby Knife says Chef Moriarty. Yeah. Guys, let's start it off like this. You know, I'm gonna catch up on the rest of the chats, but I want you guys in chat. What was your favorite bit? Like, what was your favorite joke or like running gag in the movie? I really want to know. Wait, whoa, what just happened? Wait, are we over the limit? Do we reach our 2,000 member goal? What just happened? Or did I screw up the thing? Did it say that at the beginning? Oh my God. Did we hit our goal for real, or was that a human error thing? Oh my God. That's crazy. Holy shit. Chances are you screwed it up. Yeah, probably. Oh my God, we hit it. That's crazy. 2,000 members. Whoa. Whoa. Thank you guys. Holy shit. I guess we're going to have to start streaming on Thursdays now. So that's cool. Oh, I got to see what the chat's saying on this. Hang on. I want to see what you guys are saying about your favorite bits here. Nice pull. Yeah, he was pretty good. Flame on. Yeah, that was pretty good. Let's see here. Logan Skeleton. Feet pics coming soon. What? I liked the dance at the beginning of the film. Bro, yeah, same. Johnny Storm death scene. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. Gambit. Dude, Gambit's probably my favorite. Oh, my God. Dude, there's so much I want to say. There's so much I want to talk about. But, dude. So I put this in the reaction video last night, right? But when I first saw Channing Tatum as Gambit, I was a little bit like, ooh. He didn't look great to me, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I saw Gambit there and I was like, oh, man. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of that kind of reaction. But it works because the bit they decided to do with Gambit was hilarious. Gambit's maybe the funniest part of the movie. I'm going to be honest. Like, to me, I was like, like, just the whole gag, like the crazy accent, how they kept talking about how he wanted to be Gambit but didn't ever get to be Gambit. Bro, I don't know. And you know what? Like, Channing Tatum is just so funny. He's such a humorous, funny guy. It's crazy how good and how well executed that bit was, man. That was really freaking cool. So, yeah, that's probably my favorite bit. All right, let me catch up on some chats here, guys, and then we'll get on into it. Let's see here. Baby Knife was also a good one. Dude, I missed so many streams, but I needed to be here today. The Daywalker. Let's fucking go. Nerd Vengeance for life, bro. I know, right? Jordan, again, thanks for becoming a member. Jack R, thanks for gifting a member. Had a blast with Deadpool and Wolverine. I never expected them to make Cassandra's powers look like they did in the Grant Morrison run. I loved the body horror of it all. BBL for Josh. Wait, what? Yeah, dude, for sure. It was really cool. Cassandra's stuff was good. Wolverine saying F the Avengers. My favorite part. It was pretty funny. 36 months. Let's fucking go. Love the film. What a wild ride. Hell yeah. Jack says, let's go. Matei said, saw it on Wednesday and been conflicted ever since. Everything else was great, but the story was weaker than 1 and 2, in my opinion. Going again tomorrow. Yeah, so I will address this for sure. Give me 1 second here, brother, because I had a similar feeling, actually. Damien Vincent says, it was so good. Rico gifted a membership. Oh, my God. Appreciate you, brother. Oh, have I missed the tower? Thanks, SMB, for saving my Slack on timestamps. Nerd Vengeance for life. Oh, hell yeah, Kyle. We appreciate you here, though, man. Thanks. Glad to have you back on duty. Boom. Meet Normus. Thanks for gifting a member. VM Deadpool using the Hall clubs to smash his balls. Yeah, that was something. Who are your accent coaches? The Minions? Dude, right? That bit was hilarious. Hugh and Ryan are amazing together. Hugh's performance was brilliant. The action was nut-busting. Nice, dude. The soundtrack was awesome. Johnny Storm stole the show. He really did. And then Rico says, appreciate what you do for the nerdy community. That being said, I feel like we're getting X-Men versus Avengers, especially with the way Wolverine reacted to the Avengers. Fucking hate those guys. I know, right? Okay. So let's get into this, man. I think I want to start by just kind of giving you my thoughts on the film and, kind of the reaction that I had. And then we'll go through like every little bit, every little cameo and talk about our favorite things and just generally gush. Okay. So, going to, let's see here. I think it was, who said that? Saw it Wednesday. Okay. So Matei said, saw it on Wednesday and I've been conflicted ever since. Everything else was great, but the story was weaker than in 1 and 2, in my opinion, going tomorrow. Okay, so I wonder how many of you guys had that kind of a feeling. How many of you guys had that kind of a vibe? Super curious, guys. Did anybody come out a little bit disappointed or have some mixed feelings about it? Yeah. Okay, so I think this is kind of interesting because I also had these mixed feelings. In fact, there were parts of the movie just flatly did not work for me. Now, I say that with an asterisk, okay? And I want to explain this because this is really fascinating. Man, I'm almost more excited to talk about this than I am even the movie. Not really, because the movie's fucking ridiculous and there's so much to talk about. But just walk with me on this a little bit because, as Nerd Vengers, all 2,000 of us. Holy shit. You know, we're super into this stuff, but we also are into it in a way that I think is kind of unique. Meaning, we not only are we there for the characters, not only are we there for, you know, the story, the universe stuff, but we're there for like the outside universe stuff too. Especially this community. We really do, you know, we follow the leaks, the rumors, the production stuff. We like to talk about this director said that director said this. Oh, well, this person's going to be in this movie. Maybe not because this said this, that, second, third, so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. You see what I mean? And ironically, Deadpool and Wolverine confirms for me a suspicion and something that I've actually said before on the show. And it's kind of interesting. During the MCU fall off, let's call it, from, you know, Endgame till now, and really we're talking about Phase 4, Disney Plus, that, right? Many people on the internet have tried to analyze what happened and also prescribe what should be the solution. Okay? And we've watched a ton of these videos. We've had a lot of these conversations ourselves. I think it's a part of the fun of the fandom as well. Okay? One thing that I have said pretty consistently throughout this period of time has been that, you know, all of these people saying they just need to make good movies again. No, that's actually not it. And ironically, this movie kind of proves that. Because, look, I'm going to be real. This movie only works because of Deadpool. It is held together by comedic strings. And also the idea of Deadpool. It really does a lot for the movie. This movie almost wouldn't work with any other character, with any other story, okay? It is, in the sense of story, it is weaker than Deadpool 1. It is weaker than Deadpool 2. I would say with the action, though, it is way better than Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2. This is something we literally just watched Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2 as a community. We watched one last week. We watched one just the other night, right? So that shit's really fresh in my mind. Okay? The story in Deadpool 1 is the best. It's the tightest. Deadpool 2, though, surprisingly pretty tight. You know, pretty good. Deadpool 3 story, not as good. Flatly, plainly. And again, there are parts of the movie that just don't work for me. But I think, and this is like the really interesting part of Marvel as a brand, where fandom is at, where the audience is at. It's a fascinating place that we've arrived at. Because I think the film hedges its bets by being kind of undeniably great in its fan service. And I know that sounds weird, and I think there's going to be a group of people that don't like that or are offended by that or think it's wrong or whatever. But I just promise you that that's the case. The amount of love, care, you know, inside baseball conversations, the meta commentary, it does feel like a movie that laid a red carpet of sorts out for a very specific type of person. That type of person is the people that are watching this stream right now, the people that are gushing about this online and all of that sort of stuff. So it's kind of weird and ironic because I myself had kind of mixed feelings as I came out of the movie. But then, like, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, but I need to see it again. And I want to go have that experience again. And it really is more of an experience than it is just a movie. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you guys, that was always the Marvel formula. Like, they eventized this stuff, you know, the connected universe itself. All of this is sold more as an experience than it is as just a movie. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is my feeling on it. And despite maybe, you know, the film student in me being like, oh, wow, you know, that didn't work. This didn't work. As a fan, as somebody that, like, just loves Marvel, and also as somebody that just wants to be a fan of shit, like, let's be honest, like, right now, I think with a lot of the way the studios have been, you know, handling the IP and handling the PR and the HR and all sorts of stuff when it comes to these movies and whatnot, I mean, it's felt weird as a fan. I mean, you can feel like you're being put in a certain box. You can feel like the studio's talking down to you. There's all of these sort of feelings, right? And if we can acknowledge that a lot of that outside stuff that is ancillary to the movie-going experience itself, if all of that is influencing the experience that fans have when they engage in the movie itself, which I think is undeniable, this movie treats that with the utmost respect. Like, the utmost respect. And you can feel Marvel's desire to please you behind every frame, every joke, every action sequence, every cameo, everything. You can feel it. You feel appreciated. You feel respected. You feel like they're saying, we got you. And so, what an interesting movie, and what an interesting time to be a fan, because this is exactly what Marvel needed. You know what I mean? Now, a couple other things that I'll say to this effect. I think, personally, one of the things that kind of bugged me about the movie is it feels like an appetizer. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. But what I'm trying to say here is, like, dude, I wanted more. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted more. Number one, I wanted more X-Men. I'm 100%. I wanted more X-Men. I wanted more Hugh Jackman Wolverine. It's ironic to say, because the movie is Deadpool and Wolverine, and there's plenty of Wolverine, but, like, I don't know if anybody else had the same feeling, but, like, this movie barely scratches the surface of what could be done with Hugh as Logan in this sort of new take, which did feel completely fresh, really fun, while also feeling super nostalgic. Like, I almost, after the movie was done, was like, oh, like, that's it? Like, oh, dude, come on, like, can we watch the next one right now? Like, can we watch the next one right now? Like, bro, I want to binge the next 5 to 6 movies they do with Hugh Jackman Wolverine, because I think it's coming. I think this is barely scratching the surface of incredibly fertile storytelling ground that they could do with that character. I mean, dude, like, that is legitimately part of my issue with the movie. It's like, I feel like everything passes by too fast. I don't feel like I get to fully fucking enjoy, and maybe that's okay. Maybe that's by design. The story is closed, right? Like, that story is that story, but there's just so much more, man, and that's a good feeling. I mean, you should leave the audience wanting more, and so I think the movie's effective in that way, but it can work as a negative in a sense where you're like, oh, man, I want it. I want more, baby. I want more. And that is crazy. That makes the replay value go up. You know, I said this in the video yesterday, but it's like, yo, I want more of that. And the only way I can get more of that is to go to a movie theater right now. Like, there's all sorts of stuff we can do in this day and age. You know, and I think this is one of the conversations that sort of circles Marvel, is a bigger conversation about entertainment. You have a lot of choices. You've got a phone with unlimited shit. You've got awesome video games. You got all this kind of stuff that you can fill your time with. This movie makes a strong case for touching grass and getting out to the movie theater, because that is a very fucking cool experience. That is an experience that I want. Dude, I want it bad. I want to go back right now. I want it. I want it. Again, all of it. Everything that happened, I want it again. Please, can I ride the ride one more time? That kind of a feeling, which, again, I think is great. You know what I mean? So I kind of found myself in a weird roller coaster ride of emotions. There's some stuff in the movie that, again, just didn't work for me, and it's loosely tied together. It kind of feels a little unfulfilled, just because you're like, okay, but now can they go do like a proper adventure? You know what I mean? Like, you want to watch that core team together. So that's what I would say, guys, to the sort of mixed feelings that I think some people are having and the reaction from the fans. You know what I mean? Like, is that fair? You know, does any of that resonate with you guys? Does that make sense? That's kind of where I'm at with it. I've also been told by people that have seen the movie multiple times that it is much better on repeat viewings. So I was told by multiple people that have seen it multiple times that, like, oh, bro, you just got to see it again and again. Like, it gets better and better, which I think is totally fair. It kind of reminded me a little bit of not Black Widow, Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy. When I first saw Guardians of the Galaxy, I kind of had like a mixed, I was like, oh, I don't know, because it was so different than a lot of MCU stuff that had come before. But my second viewing of Guardians, I was like, oh, it's a masterpiece. You know what I mean? I was like, it's amazing. So it's a little bit like that. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Now, I don't want to linger. Maybe I'm kind of fucking repeating myself a little bit here. But let me just say, too, outside of the experience of the movie itself, as a fan, I think what many of us were looking for with this movie was like, could Marvel return to what it once was? And is Marvel going to be able to sort of level up their game and create experiences and make movies that drive this whole thing? I mean, a lot of the people that are here now, James01 gifting 5 memberships. Holy shit, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. A lot of us that are here now, we've been through the whole thing, and it kind of came in waves. Like, Iron Man in 2008 was great, but it was still kind of niche. A lot of the Phase 1 movies don't actually, like, light the world on fire. They're really cool for nerds, but, like, one thing that's kind of interesting is you look at the gross of Man of Steel, which I think was like 800 milli worldwide. That is the total of all of the Phase 1 movies put together. I think maybe outside of Iron Man, but, like, I'm talking about, like, Cap, Thor, yeah, and probably Iron Man. You add all those movies up, the gross, it doesn't match Man of Steel. Meaning there was a time where the MCU was coming in, and it was like a lot of us in the nerdy space, we were like, yo, but it hadn't really caught fire yet. Then there's a moment where it catches fire and starts to blow up, and everybody's like, yo, this is really, really cool. That's when you get, you know, the sort of pushback from, like, Hollywood director purist types. And then, you know, 2017, 2018, 2019, the golden era, Russo's, Marcus McFeely, you know, riding it out towards Infinity War and Endgame. That's when Marvel basically became what it is known as now, as this titan of entertainment, right? So for those of us that have been around for a while, we've seen the ebb and flow, and we've seen how the world responds. Marvel's now in a really weird spot where they were the biggest thing, the most successful thing, and then, frankly, they had many stumbles and a bad couple of years. And so it's really like, will they get back to form, right? And I think what this movie proves, and you can see, dude, you can see in the just the reaction from Twitter, social media, and stuff like that, but also the box office itself. This movie might have just did $40 million in previews, guys. In fucking previews. Thursday, 40 million. This is knocking on the door of, you know, Spider-Man No Way Home. This is knocking on the door of Multiverse of Madness. This is knocking on the door on one of those holy shit type openings once again. And I think it proves that Marvel and the Marvel brand and the Marvel fandom, dude, they did not go away. They don't have fucking superhero movie fatigue. All these other narratives are just so stupid. And by the way, too, it's like they're not waiting for fucking epic ass stories either. No offense, I like stories a little bit. That's not it, right? It's about creating a fucking experience. An experience, something that you go and have a good time with, that you want to do over and over again, something that lights the world on fire. Dubs. I'm talking about fucking dubs, man. W's. Wins. And I think this is a massive W. This movie's going to absolutely crush. And Marvel needs to distill and bottle up a lot of the sort of reasons why, and pour that shit onto everything they do into the future. They need X-Men and Captain America. They need X-Men and Thunderbolts. They just need crazy, fun, wild shit in the rest of these movies. Like, they just need to keep this energy, which is we will wow, surprise, shock, and delight you. So I gotta say, I do feel like I don't know if I would say Marvel's 100% back, but I think what it proves is, like, Marvel was not as far gone as people thought. Not even anywhere close. It was not even as close to as bad as was advertised and yapped about by many a motherfucker on the internet. That, I think, is the reality of the situation. It was never as far gone as we thought. There's a ton of people lying in the wait for this. And, yeah, they've got the recipe. They've got a recipe. They've got the strongest brand in the world. They got 8,000 to 9,000 awesome, incredible characters. They have heavy hitters. They have X-Men coming in, Fantastic Four coming in, you know, potential Avengers versus X-Men. It's there. You know what I mean? So for me, as you know, a fan and also a content creator in the space, etc., blah blah blah. Bro, I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy. It feels great. The energy's great, and people are really excited. Okay. Where to begin? Where to begin? What'd you guys think of the opening credit sequence? What did you guys think of the opening credit sequence? SDCC predictions today? I don't know about that. Dude, also, why am I sweating? I'm so hyped up that I'm sweating. Yeah, I might have to rip the shirt off, man. We're going Hugh Jackman style. Ah! Amazing, hilarious. Dude, wasn't it so good? The opening credit perfectly sets the tone for the entire movie. And, like, it's one of those things where, like, I was like, I don't know. But it's so good that it had me laughing. Like, the NSYNC song, the choreography to the NSYNC song, incredible. The dance moves from Deadpool. Like, why does he have to... Like, he's legitimately so good at the dancing. And the fact that it's, like, in the middle of the carnage, like, again, it just works, man. I don't know how to describe it, but it's an amazing opening credit sequence that sets the tone for the movie. You know, I love Deadpool getting hyped up about the Marvel theme and shit like that. So that was really cool. It's gruesome. It's bloody. It's irreverent as fuck. I can't imagine what James Mangold is thinking when he's sitting there looking at it. I would pay good money to watch James Mangold's reaction to this, man. You know what I mean? Like, do a watch party. Do one of those interviews or, you know, variety things where they put him in a white room and then they cue it up and they watch his reaction. Oh my God. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. Amazing. So right from the jump, I was like, damn, okay, we're in for a good time. Now, I will say that I think the first 30 minutes are maybe some of the weakest parts of the movie, because it's just jarring. It jumps around a little bit too much. And I think I couldn't quite go from Deadpool 2 into Deadpool and Wolverine and actually, like, have an understanding of where Deadpool was at as a character. Like, it didn't totally make sense to me as to why he wasn't Deadpooling. It didn't totally make sense to me as to why he and Vanessa had broken up. And they're trying to, like, establish it and, like, make it make sense. But from just, like, a character perspective, it didn't settle in for me. I was like, nah, okay. Didn't really love that aspect of it. Okay. But then, of course, like, it just kind of goes and has fun. And I think once you get, like, the TVA in there and you have, all of the cameo stuff where they're going after the different Wolverines, you're basically just like, okay, well, here I am for the actual ride. You know, maybe one of my complaints about the movie is, like, certain aspects of it are really treated as fodder to just get you from one point to the other. And it just kind of fades into cartoonishly weird background story. You know, and it only works because it's Deadpool, but like even the Ripper and all this sort of stuff, Deadpool being like, what in the MacGuffin is that? Like, it makes all of this stuff digestible, but you also kind of understand that like the movie's just taking you on a ride that's not that serious, and you're really just here to have fun, right? Now, as far as the other X-Men themselves, you've got Age of Apocalypse, Wolverine. That was sick. Love that shit. You've got the Wolverine on the cross from that iconic cover, which is really cool. I actually pointed this out, but that's something they replicate in the new X-Men #1 that came out last week, the new Marvel comic. So it's kind of fun to see them paying homage to all the comic book moments, right? You had comic book accurate short king Wolverine, which was freaking hilarious. So that was really cool. I wish we would have seen him actually like be badass and brawl a little bit, because that's pretty sick. Patch was cool. It ended up being Hugh Jackman. That's kind of interesting. I had heard some things about maybe it being somebody else, but it ends up just being Hugh Jackman. And in fact, I think the only other Wolverine than Hugh Jackman in this movie is the Cavill Wolverine. And guys, let's talk about Cavill Wolverine, huh? Oh, shit, dude. Oh, shit, dude. Cavalry. We talk a lot about what is Feige doing with the X-Men? What is he doing with the X-Men? Is Hugh Jackman here to stay? Which, by the way, I think he is. But is that a casting we can all get behind, or what, man? Like, is that a casting we can get behind, or what? Because, bro, I mean, I can't wait to get back in there and watch this again, dude. I thought he looked so good. Dude. And I loved the joke about how they'll treat him better than DC and stuff like that. That was really cool. So I absolutely loved that. And I would be okay with Cavill Wolverine. I'm going to be honest. Now, it seems like regardless of what they do with Wolverine, the Hugh Jackman Wolverine variant is going to play a part in like future stories and stuff like that, which, by the way, I'll jump to something a little crazy here. When I first watched the movie, I was a little disappointed because it didn't feel like there was obvious setup or something to think about with regards to like the future movies and like Secret Wars and stuff like that, okay? But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, yo, I actually think there's some pretty significant stuff in here, including potentially Loki pulling strings behind the scenes. What do you guys think of that? In fact, I'll just say it, dude. I'm going to tell you one little theory I have about the movie. So, the higher ups at the TVA, they say Deadpool's special. Okay? I was also a little confused as to why the TVA would put Cassandra Nova onto the Void. Okay? Now, another thread here that makes that kind of weird and interesting is like, if Matthew McFadden is a rogue TVA agent and he's going against the grain, right? Then him interfering with Cassandra there is like, that implies that whatever the actual TVA is doing, they want Cassandra to be there. And there was like part of me that was like, why? Right? Like, why? Why would they want Cassandra to be there? Does anybody have an explanation? Like, why put her there and not just eliminate her? Wolverine was technically dream walking in another universe. Wait, what? Are you talking about in the old movies, the Fox movies? I think it has to do with the universe being saved at the end. And I'll talk more about this in like a video. I'm going to kind of like explain what I think is going on here. But I think what's happening is God of Stories Loki placed Cassandra Nova there in order to be this perfect obstacle for those two variants to overcome together to literally create the power of friendship that saved an entire universe. Now, do I hope there's like more of an actual explanation and they kind of like go there a little bit more? Absolutely. But considering the fact that they pulled Deadpool out of time, considering the fact that the TVA knows in the far future Deadpool will die in the arms of Thor, which, by the way, I need to go see that Thor again. Was that Rune King Thor? There was some stuff on his face. There was something like, what the hell? Who is that Thor variant? Is that our Thor? Is that Thor after Secret Wars or something? Like, what's going on with that? Okay, anyway. Point being, if what's happening at the TVA is being instructed by either Loki or Sylvie or somebody that kind of knows what Loki's plan is, it's obvious that they are gathering up an army in order to try to fight against, like, for the multiversal war, okay? But it's also obvious that certain variants are more important than other variants. And there was a reason Deadpool was pulled out. And there was a reason he was supposed to fight with Cassandra Nova. And then ultimately, I think at the end of the movie, the universe being saved. Like all of the... Because if it is God of Story Loki, then he knows the whole story. He knows how it all goes. Okay, anyway, that was kind of like a little nerdy tangent. Now, going back to, you know, the cameo section and all that sort of stuff, I loved it. I loved all of the Wolverines. And I loved him grabbing up the regular Wolverine, bringing him to the TVA. Matthew McFadden, dude, he's really weird in the movie, but I think his performance carries a lot of the plot. Like, he is fascinating. The performance is wild. What a weird, wild, unpredictable character. Kind of perfect for, like, a bad guy that Deadpool is going to interact with. You know what I mean? So, like, really, really clutch. Aren't we here for the nerdy tangents? Yes, true. But I want to kind of stay on target. We'll get into more stuff later. So, like, that stuff's super fun. I thought that, you know, was fantastic. And then we get to the point where they're both just pruned and, like, on the void. And I think that's when the movie really picks up and really, like, turns into what it actually is. The first fight they have in the void, absolutely incredible. Really, really good. I love the way they made Wolverine fight more like he does in the comics, more like a little, you know, honey badger, you know, coming at you. So that was really cool. The Deadpool fighting is completely on point. It was super fun. Dude, Chris frickin' Evans. Bruh. Chris frickin' Evans. I'm sorry, guys, if there was ever any doubt that we needed Chris Evans back in the MCU, this movie shuts that conversation down. And I thought I was going to be a little disappointed that it wasn't Captain America. Okay? And I love Steve, you know, and Chris as Steve is epic. And I thought to myself when I first heard of this rumor, which I heard of it a long time ago, okay? When I first heard this rumor, I was like, so Evans is coming back, but he's going to play Johnny? I was like, that's so weird. Now that's got to be a bit, and it's probably just like a little bit, and it's whatever, right? But I didn't fucking know. Forgive me, Chris. Forgive me. I didn't know you had it like that, dog. Oh, my God. This dude steals the scenes immediately. He was absolutely incredible. So good. The scene right before he dies, too. And by the way, such a good performance. So different than Cap. So different than Cap, dude. He's like, he's brilliant. He's brilliant as Johnny Storm. And I really did not expect that. The scene right before he dies, the banter between Deadpool and Chris Evans' Johnny. Bro, that's as good as a cameo to me. That scene was fantastic. Like, it might be one of the funniest parts in the movie. Like, the way Johnny's like, what? Like, dude, I don't even know what that means. Like, it was so funny. And it makes the end credit scene just so good. Like, that is great, bro. Like, to go back to that and have the post-credit, because like you get a post-credit scene that doesn't, tease out something epic like fucking Thanos or Doctor Doom or some shit. There's obviously going to be a part of you as a nerd that's like, no, man, but to have that scene with that guy being like that, holy shit, man, that was absolutely incredible. So I was blown away by Evans, man. I was blown away by Evans. And I think to myself, I mean, this dude just oozes charisma. He's movie star as fuck. Awesome. I think we need him back in some way, shape, or form. And it was cool to have him back here, But yeah, I like that kind of stuff. I liked the mention of Reed, too. He's mentioning how Reed thought of the void as like a dumping ground for all matter before it's permanently destroyed or something like that. There's a lot of like little things I want to pick up on better when I'm in the movie again. But Chris Evans shit, man, that stuff blew me away. Now, I thought the Sabretooth fight was a little bit of a letdown, but I guess since we saw the set photos, it doesn't really make sense to linger a lot there. Like, just show the beheading and then kind of move on with it. So that was cool. Pyro was cool. Toad was cool. A lot of that stuff was cool. It's kind of just flavor at the end of the day. I like how they got a different Juggernaut, because like Marvel Studios is like, yeah, of course we want to bring that one guy back, but that guy doesn't want to do it. So we'll just do a Juggernaut along with these other characters that you kind of recognize. And it's wild how that shit kind of works, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's wild how that just kind of works. So kudos to Marvel basically just wanting to go big, but also understanding that, like, if they didn't get the actor, the character still is hype. So I thought that was cool. The base Cassandra Nova, she's pretty thin, as a villain, but I think the reason she's specifically used in this movie is because of her connections with Charles Xavier, her connections with the X-Men and stuff like that. And this is a version of Cassandra Nova that was taken as a child and put into the void. So not one that actually grew up to become the X-Men villain that she would be, but still really twisted and really sadistic, and really, really messed up. So she was fantastic. Loved the way she killed Johnny Storm. It's absolutely brutal, but was hilarious. And, there's this other thing that kind of happens in the movie pretty early on. And you notice it in this scene, too. Logan, despite being a total doucher that's drowning his sorrows in booze, Logan does still have the sort of fatherly good guy mentality. Deadpool gets Johnny killed for sure. And Deadpool is like killing other people and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And Wolverine, you can kind of see the heroic part of Logan in there, even though it's kind of hiding behind the mask of insecurity and guilt. And I thought that was pretty effective. So that to me was cool. Like, they sort of show this heroic side of Logan, even though he's a really, really rough version of it. It plays really nice juxtaposed against Deadpool. So I thought that was cool. And, the movie then just kind of, Alive's coming, they're getting out of there, all of that. And then you get to the Resistance stuff. But I will say, my favorite fight in the movie, and I wonder what your guys' favorite fight in the movie. My favorite fight in the movie is the one in the car. Yeah. And Hugh Jackman delivers an incredible dig at Wolverine. And it was an epic burn. One of those speeches that, like, he absolutely torched his ass. And you're just like, oh, my God, you know? So that shit was wild. And then that fight ends up being maybe my favorite fight in the movie. Like, it was really cool. I loved it. I loved the energy behind it and everything. And then the way that it ends with them both being basically dead. And then Laura coming in and taking them to the Resistance. That shit was really, really cool. Then we get into the Resistance and the cameo stuff. And, I mean, look, what did you guys think, man? What did you guys think of, like, the cameo sequence and all that sort of stuff? You know, there was a big part of me that was hoping for some surprises. Like I told you guys, I didn't reach out to anybody to get any of these cameos confirmed. But all of the stuff that was in there I knew about. So I was a little disappointed that there was no surprises for me. And like, dude, these leakers and scoopers out here, they're fucking brutal. Like, it's weird because I really thought maybe we would have figured out a way around this, but they literally scooped this stuff like a year ago. And I really do think the scoopers should kind of take a hard look at things and just learn to be more respectful about this sort of stuff, because they are the only ones that can dial it down. Like, they're the only ones, you know, because even me not wanting to go in full ass spoiled didn't have a single surprise in the movie. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's a little bit tough because I was like, oh, man, I really wanted Magneto or one of the other X-Men or something like that to show up. And I felt a lot like Deadpool in that scene where he's like, God damn it, you know, no Magneto, are you kidding me? However, the team that they pick is really good. You know, it's really, really good. Elektra's cool. Jennifer Garner's cool. She's a total babe, and she actually feels a lot like the character. I have a soft spot for those movies. I think if you're like a big sweaty, you actually know that that movie was decent. You know, the Jennifer Garner Elektra movie, it's decent. It's mad 90s, you know, kind of flavor, but it was cool. So I really liked seeing her. Wesley Snipes, dude. Holy shit, Wesley Snipes. So feel good with Wesley Snipes. I mean, dude, most of us love Wesley. Most of us grew up, like, you know what's funny is, like, so I was telling Elisa, you know, just because my dad's a martial artist, and that's what he does for a living, is he runs a martial arts school. And so, you know, a lot of my upbringing was like around martial arts and stuff like that. Wesley was really well known within martial arts spaces, even before he was like a really, really big actor. You know, I'm talking like before Blade and stuff like that. So like, I've always had this respect. It's very similar to the lady that plays in Ahsoka, that plays the main witch lady. She comes from a lineage of like actual martial artists. I think even like she's related to like Dan Inosanto and some of that. So it's like way over the head for some of you guys, but if you're a martial arts sweaty, you kind of know what I'm talking about. So Wesley has like mad street cred. And just, I love this fucking guy. Super cool. The coolest fucking dude. Are you kidding me? There's nobody cooler than Wesley Snipes. And those Blade movies, along with the 90s X-Men movies, are a big part of why comic book movies even survived to become what they are now. And, bro, this dude walked out and he looked cooler than ever. It was absolutely incredible. And I really like how embraced he has been by the fans, by everybody. I mean, there were rumors, right? One of these stinky scoopers was trying to spread rumors that, like, Reynolds hated him, they hated each other, and there was, like, this big story out there. And look, I'm sure there's some truth to that. There was probably beef years ago. I mean, dude, beef happens. But it's been really cool to watch Ryan. Like, Ryan introduced him as his friend, gave him a hug on stage at Hall H. And guys, if you have not seen the video of Wesley Snipes getting a pop at Hall H last night, he got a bigger pop than, like, I've ever seen. Like, bro, guys, they did that for us. Like, they did that for us. And Wesley loves it. Now, what does it mean? Yeah, so I'm going to be the only Blade, right? Yeah, what does it mean? I mean, I still think they're doing Blade with Mahershala Ali. 100%. But having Wesley in this movie was like a dream come true. Super happy for him. I'd love to see more. I'd love to see more. Frankly, I just want more of all this stuff, right? But I'd love to see more with Wesley, man. Put him in some Secret Wars. Get him going with some Secret Wars shit. Oh, my God. There's just nobody cooler, man. There's just nobody fucking cooler than Wesley Snipes. So, would love that. Man, I just can't. Dude, it just put a smile on my face just thinking about it, man. That's what I mean. It's like, sure, there's parts of it that didn't work. There's parts where I'm sitting there being like, But, it's a celebration. It's a celebration of all this shit that has come before. It's a celebration of, being a nerd. Life's weird. Life's confusing. Who fuck knows what's really going on here, right? Simulation, something, right? I think for a lot of us, there's just been this thing in our lives that's always been an escape, a way for us to have fun, disengage from the more serious shit, just have fun, go on adventures. Marvel, the House of Ideas, that energy. And this movie's like a celebration of that in a lot of ways. Now, Gambit. I talked a little bit about Gambit before. And again, just going to keep it a buck. When I saw Gambit, I was like, oof. I didn't love the look, man. I was like, dude, come on, man. Gambit, come on, bro. My name Jeff, right? The thing it's a little too thick. He's a little too thick. I know he's a big guy or whatever. But it didn't quite feel like Gambit, bro. And I was like, oh, shit. I was really excited for fucking Gambit, but he just doesn't look good. But holy fuck, they have so much fun with that character. The bits are so good. And the way they kind of keep coming back to it with him, it was so funny. And Channing Tatum is a hilarious actor, bro. He's absolutely hilarious. And you know what? To be honest with you, it grew on me. The look grew on me. The effects are fantastic. The effects, the fighting. Dude, watching Gambit actually explode motherfuckers in an R-rated movie. Dude, come on, bro. Holy shit. So I love that. That's another thing that I'm going to be looking a lot for in my second viewing is the Gambit flavor was on point, man. And they could carry that over. I mean, maybe we get a new Gambit. Maybe we get more of Channing later in Secret Wars or something. Who knows? But if this is his only Gambit, it was great, man. Thank you. Super cool, brother. Really, honestly, appreciate it. Appreciate you signing up to do it. I know it was probably a dream come true for you. Also, maybe not the way, you totally wanted it to go down, but effective for the story. So thank you. And that shit was really, really funny. Also, too, I just want to say the joke Ryan Reynolds made about Elektra was so fucking good, bro. Man, that was a good joke. That's all I'll say is it was cool. It's cool to get Elektra. It's cool to get Jennifer Garner, and it's cool to have that and everything. But dude, where he was I just want to make sure everybody knows it's been a while. You know what I mean? Was so fucking good because it's Elektra, Jennifer Garner is cool, but it's also most of the people in the audience what? They probably didn't watch those movies. They don't really know about her. Yeah, that was funny, dude. I thought that was great. Now, X-23. Holy shit, dude. Daphne Keane, please stay away from Star Wars. If I was Daphne Keane's agent, you know what I mean? I would be lose Kathleen Kennedy's number. In fact, you got to lose Amanda's number, too. And then she'd be like, what? Amanda is so cool. Did you see the cringe rap video? It's over. It's over. Fuck that. No, never again. You got to lose her number. Okay, anyway, getting back to the positivity. Let's not be super toxic. The point is, she's a national treasure. It's rare to have such a beloved female character in a male-dominated space. maybe some people are going to have a problem with me saying that, but like, it's fucking true. You might not like it to be true. Maybe I don't even like it to be true, but it's fucking true, dude. It's rare to have a female superhero, a female person like that as beloved by a male-dominated audience. The other thing that's ironic about X-23 is she could literally become Wolverine, and yet it wouldn't feel super forced and weird like a lot of the other baton passing we've seen. Like Thor into Jane Foster Thor. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Even Sam Wilson Captain America. It doesn't really track or make that much sense. I think what they have here with X-23 is something super rare and super valuable. So, like, first of all, Daphne, I hope you understand the value you have, because, you know, again, maybe like you're looking at it through a lens of like your personal political blah, blah, blah. No, look at it through the lens of business. What you have is valuable. You have something rare. You have a thing that studios wish they could replicate. You just have it. And so I felt like her performance was so on point. When she put those pink glasses on during the actual fight, unfucking believable. Unfucking believable how hyped up that made me. And again, that's something rare. You need a lot of money, Daphne. You need a lot of money, and you need to be playing X-23 for a long time, because that shit is great, dude. Talk about like an actual legacy that could work. Only criticism of Daphne Keane, didn't get enough. She's the heart of the movie. She allows Logan the sort of catalyst to become heroic, etc., etc. Super nostalgic. So cool, man. So cool. But I just didn't get enough. And I love the fact that they bring her back and she's there with Logan at the end of the movie and Deadpool and the whole crew. It's fucking beautiful, dude. You know, it's just beautiful. And I want more. I want more with those characters. I want that team. I want to see the next one. I want to see it immediately. So, fantastic. Fantastic. Incredible job. Daphne Keane killed it in this role. And it's incredibly wise of the executives and everybody involved to bring her in the way that they did, and potentially set more up for her in the future. Fantastic stuff, dude. Fantastic stuff. So she was fantastic. Now, as far as the story and the scenes and everything like there, it's pretty loose, right? Like, it's funny. I loved the bits back and forth between Wesley and Blade. When they're talking about Magneto, and he's like, please tell me we have Magneto. Please tell me we have Magneto. And then Blade's like, he's fucking dead, or he dead. You know, like, dude, it's just perfect. And he's like, she melted down the helmet after she killed him. You know, like, dude, it's just great, man. That was really, really good. So that shit was really funny. I like the idea of them all wanting to go fight Cassandra, even though that is kind of loose. Like, we don't really get enough with the characters to even understand why they just, like, kind of change, and they're like, okay, yeah, let's go fight that bitch, right? But it's enough. You don't really need too much. And then I just find it so funny that they roll up in the minivan or whatever, right? They just roll up to the fight in the minivan. That fight, by the way, was really good. That fight was fantastic. It's not choreographed the same way as some of the other stuff, but I thought it was very effective for what it is. It just would have been a little too weird to get really slow-mo technical in a fight like that, because, you know, it's sort of background to another ticking time bomb trying to get Cassandra and stuff like that. The scenes with Cassandra and her, which, by the way, like, I know I'm probably jumping around a little bit here, but the way they used Cassandra's powers were very interesting. That is really cool visually, and it just added to the feeling of her being, like, so twisted, right? Very horror film-esque stuff going on there, and I thought that was fantastic. Okay, so that fight's really cool. I like the fight with all of them. They're getting their ending, and Deadpool and Wolverine, the Ring, the Doctor Strange, all of that sort of stuff. Really, really interesting. And then, of course, they jump into Deadpool's universe. Now, I didn't expect there to be so much happening in Deadpool's actual universe. The Ripper's there. Nova gets there. By the way, didn't love the Pyro thing where Pyro's randomly talking to what's his face, and then he's gonna kill Cassandra and shit like that. Like, it's just too much. Like, there's way too much happening in this movie, right? So there's like little things like that where I'm like, what? I don't even need that. And then him coming in at the end to kill her and stuff, then it's just, a little bit too much. But once we're on the actual planet or Deadpool's actual universe, the Deadpool core, like, would love to know, what did you guys think of the Deadpool core and that whole sequence? And essentially, we're talking about the mask, too. The mask is kind of caked into that, the Deadpool, the Wolverine mask, which you can see I got my popcorn bucket version up there in the background. Yeah, Pyro wasn't needed. Dude, 100%. That's what I mean. It's like, look, this movie had 5 writers, and you can feel that there were 5 writers on this movie. And, but again, guys, it's like I've been saying, it's like for Marvel to, like, get back, they don't need everything to be Winter Soldier. They don't need everything to be knock that home run out of the park, right? They literally don't. I've tried to make this point, like, over and over. I've tried. Where I'm like, bro, it doesn't even need to be, like, super fucking good. It doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, I've literally tried to say this before, and the movie kind of, like, proved my point, Kidpool was their daughter? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so I feel, and I wonder how this is going to hit me in the next one, but I got to tell you, I didn't love the that whole sequence. And I honestly didn't even love the mask that much. Here's what I'll say about the Wolverine mask. When he first puts it on and they're doing the action and they're fighting and stuff like that, I didn't love it. I know. And I think that sequence, like, here's what I would say. If I was in, like, a focus group meeting, or if, like, I was talking to somebody at Marvel or something like that, here's what I would say to them. Just, hey, hear me out here, chat. Hear me out a little bit before you all get the pitchforks. Put the pitchforks down, motherfuckers, and listen to Papa Josh. Y'all ever seen how these Indian movies do their action? Like, y'all ever seen, like, RRR or some of the other kind of, like, Indian movies? Monkey Man is a good example. I just watched Monkey Man. Y'all ever see these movies? I think if you're not going to go Winter Soldier levels of technicality and grounded, then I think you need to dial the bombast up a little bit. Like, Deadpool in the mask, haunched over, slice and dicing is cool. But I think to translate it into live action, you need to go a little bit more bombastic with it. You need to maybe pull out some frames, like skip some stuff, because you need like an anime-like effect of like if you've ever played a video game with Wolverine, like I'm thinking of like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, when he goes and does like a thing, like that, you can't really replicate that properly with like an actual human actor unless you're taking frames out and doing some kind of like CGI over it, right? And I just think that that scene would have popped a little bit more if you did that and you had that sort of hyper stylized thing, because the sequence is cool, it's well thought out, but it's not executed. It's not my favorite fight in the movie. And I think when you put the mask on and you're like going for it, I think you need to juice it up a little bit more. Now, having said that, I also would love to see the Russo brothers with Wolverine. Okay, so we've talked about this before, but in my opinion, the Russos, they're just the fucking goats, bro. Like they did Black Panther better than in his solo movies. They did Winter Soldier, better than we've seen him in other movies. They did fucking Spider-Man better than we've seen him in his other movies. And I'm talking strictly about combat here, okay? Character stuff too, but combat. So seeing Logan with the Russo brothers and like their team would be quite interesting. That would be quite interesting to see. I feel like they might lean into a little bit more of that Winter Soldier grounded level of doing things, which would be cool, and I would be interested to see. But if they don't, I do think they need to maybe try to dial it up a little bit and get it a little bit more experimental with how they handle that sort of stuff. Now, as far as the mask itself, ironically, in action, didn't love it. In some of the close-ups, it actually worked for me. Like, with the mask on in the close-ups, in some of those emotional moments, the way they utilize, like, the eyes and the changing of, like, the white of the eyes and stuff like that, it's very effective. It worked for me just like it does with Deadpool. So it was kind of like a mixed bag, if I'm going to be honest with you, because I didn't love it in action. And I don't know, there's just like something maybe missing from that last action sequence. But in a lot of the scenes where he's, you know, doing a close-up and they're having those moments, it totally worked, which is really interesting. So, you know, Marvel continues to tweak stuff over time. I mean, Captain America's suit changes a lot. Spider-Man's suit changes a lot. I'm sure they already have different versions of the cowl. You know what I mean? I'm sure they already have different versions. And I'm excited to see what they do next with it. Now, I do think, though, the mask just works for a lot of people, right? I think the mask works for a lot of people. And I think for a lot of younger people and just fans, you know, just of Wolverine in general, like, it's pretty hyped and it works pretty cool. My only point of reference here is, like, I showed Liam the Wolverine mask, like that bucket. He helped me unbox it. And, dude, he was fucking into it. He was into it, bro. Like, it's just it's a cool fucking mask, you know? Like, there's a reason why, you know, I think it was Len Wein and maybe Roy Thomas kind of workshopped that look together. And that's one of the first things you get is that kind of iconic shape of the mask, right? A little bit different back then, but, you know, that then becomes the Wolverine you know. So it's cool. Like, I'm not mad. I'm just saying, like, maybe 7 out of 10 for me in the action, and I wish it was higher. And I think they should maybe tweak the suit a little bit and stuff, too, for the next one. But, yeah, so super cool. I love the bits with the Deadpools. Like, the bits with the Deadpools was fun. And then, like, seeing them all, you know, get cut up and everything was interesting. I like Peter Pool being the one that de-escalates the whole situation there. It's kind of funny, but it is kind of like just a bit that then gets pushed to the side, and then the more serious stuff happens. Deadpool and Wolverine, you know, doing the Cassandra Nova thing, the friendship thing. I thought it was a really cool way to end it. I wonder when they came up with that ending, right? Because, like, look, it's a little bit corny, right? Like, it's a little bit like, oh, they're gonna hold hands and two of them together can handle it, but that is what happened, and it was fucking cool. And so it's cool that they had, like, the friendship and stuff like that. And there's something going on there where they did create stability within that timeline. So it is possible that either anchor beings can be switched and replaced, or that something can happen to a person in a timeline that extends the life of the timeline, that, like, gives it more life, right? Yeah, similar vibe to the first Guardians ending. Yeah, 100%. That's a good point. That's my wife. I'm making a good point. Yeah, so I think that was pretty cool. So I think that's probably all of my overall thoughts as far as, like, going through the movie itself. I think I'll have a lot more thoughts after I watch it the second time. I do have theories about what's going on with Thor in the future. This is obviously something to do with Secret Wars. Is Deadpool sacrificing himself finally for some kind of greater good? Is Deadpool actually going to matter now? What is the deal with that? I'm not entirely sure, but that's cool. And if they give Deadpool some kind of, like, Iron Man level ending, I mean, it would be a shame to see him go after this. I want to see a lot more Deadpool, right? But if that's what they're planning, something like that, cool. Like, that would be a cool little moment. Deadpool's a big part of the comic book space. I think especially now with this movie, solidified his place within Marvel fandom overall. So, yeah, pretty fantastic stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty fantastic stuff. But yeah, so those are my thoughts, guys. I would tell you, let's get into Q&A, I guess. We can get into Q&A. I'll go through, some of the chats and some of the super chats and stuff like that. But we'll hang out in the chat as well. And yeah, there's, a lot going on, a lot that I'm thinking about, a lot of dope stuff at San Diego Comic-Con that's been talked about. Oh, and I should say, remember, tomorrow night, 8:30, we are going to be live, and we're going to be covering everything that comes out for San Diego Comic-Con. And I am incredibly excited for tomorrow night. I think, my plan right now is I'm going to do this stream. I've got one video that I'm working on, kind of explaining the ending and where my theory is going of Loki pulling the strings, etc., etc. I'll work on that later tonight. That'll drop for you guys tomorrow afternoon as a nice little appetizer for SDCC. We watch SDCC tomorrow, and then I think beginning on Sunday, it's a whole new world. It's a whole new world for Marvel Studios. So next week, the streams are going to be epic as shit. We're going to have a lot of different stuff to break down, theorize about, talk about. I think we're in a whole new world for Marvel starting next week. So pretty excited about it. Okay, let me try to find some of these soupies. And we'll just kind of go from there. And, of course, throw anything that you want to talk about in the chat. I will hang out in the chat after we get through these, super chats and all that kind of stuff. Siri 1. Knight me, my lord. No adventure for life. Unity. God, I always wanted to say that. You are a nerd Avenger now over on the Twitch. Appreciate you over there on Twitch, man. Okay. Uh-oh. Hang on, let me find my place here. Oh boy. Let me find my place. Galen Merrick text Venja says, been saying Cavill for Wolverine for years now. Now y'all see the vision? 420 Vengeance for life. Bro, 100% I see the vision, man. I see the vision. I would like Cavill as MC Wolverine. What do you guys think? You want Cavill? MC Wolverine, chat? Cavill? Appreciate you, brother. Griff, thank you for gifting a membership, man. Thanks for just all the support over the years, brother. Appreciate you. Thomas L. Knights with a winky face sticker. Thank you. David says, most fun I've had in a movie in a while. We back! Oh, hell yeah, brother. I'm glad you had a good time, man. I am glad you had a good time, brother. Michael says, shit was like catnip. Fondle my brain anytime. Right? Yeah, dude. I totally agree, man. It was so fun. It felt like a big old celebration. I would almost say it's hater proof, bro. It's not 100% hater proof because I think a cinephile or from the perspective of that, you could be like, oh, it's pretty weak here or there. But I've seen a lot of people, even the normal detractors, right? Look, I didn't know when I was going to bring this up, okay? But I'll bring it up right now. And I find it interesting. I find this point interesting. This movie placates the anti-woke crowd. Not constantly, not in any serious way, but just enough that I think they feel seen and heard. And I know I'll probably get some shit for it, but I've been begging Marvel and Disney to just fucking do it. Just do it, you stupid pussies. Because here's the thing. It's so slight. It's so slight that it doesn't really matter. It's not going to trigger the other side, but it's just enough to make that crowd feel seen and heard. And that's all you need. It just needs to focus on the entertainment, but also because the pendulum has swung so far to that other side, I do feel like it is important to at least acknowledge the state of things. And I think the movie does this incredible job of like that messaging. And that's all you need to do. You don't need to go any further than that. You don't need to do it. You literally nailed it here. It should be subtle. It should feel like a wink to certain people. Yes, there's going to be some buttholes that think the MCU should just be like the Marvels and Agatha and shit. There's going to be some people that are super upset that you did it, but they are a small minority, insignificant group of people. The right business decision, the right move for the brand is to do something like this. And I've been saying it for a long time. And, you know, we just live in this world where certain people just get so triggered by that and are so upset about it. And it's like, dude, that's totally fine. But from the business perspective, what I'm talking about is fact. Like, it's true. You should do this. And they did it. They did the thing. And again, we don't even have to linger on that. But Papa Josh sitting back like, you did it. Tell us some criticisms. Not only am I not going to, I'm going to block you because Jaybird Dynasty, you've just been in here trying to be an asshole and be shitty about the movie and rain on everybody's parade the whole entire fucking time. So you're banned forever. Okay, moving on. Noah says Wolverine crucifixion was metal. Dude, it was, but it was also really funny. Like, I loved the way that, like, Hugh Jackman looked so, like, miserable and, like, he was, like, really in pain and, like, just put him out of his misery. And Wolverine's like, we're just going in a different direction and, like, just walks away. It was brilliant. So, it was metal as fuck, but also, like, really funny. It was used for the humor. I liked it.
A few times.
Yeah.
Who needs this movie? NV4L much.
Appreciate you. Okay. Mike Porter says, I saw it late last night. I was sleepy, a little underwhelmed, but processed it this morning. I liked it last night. Now I love it. 9 out of 10. Well, there you go, Mike Porter. Appreciate you, brother. It's always good to see you, Mike. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that's similar to what happened to me. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of, after the movie was like, I wanted more X-Men. And after the movie, I was like, I wanted more. You know what I mean? But the more I sat with it, the more I thought about it, I was like, nah, but like, this felt like a warm blanket was handed to me by Stan Lee himself. You know what I mean? Like, this was great. This was incredible. And with where fandom is currently at right now, this is the move. You know what I mean? Do you want to change the audience or do you want to understand the audience? A smart business person wants to understand the audience, you know? And I just felt like this was a really, really well executed movie. By the way, also, too, the Marvel and Disney media machine here, they were working hard. They actually did a lot to control the messaging of the movie. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but a lot of less traditional voices and channels and people were seen during the press of this movie. Marvel literally said, we're going to pick fans instead of press. I didn't even know if I was going to address this or really talk about it, but I'm only bringing it up so that you understand that, like, this was a well-crafted, well thought out, like, the whole thing. They thought out the whole thing, and they executed at a very high level. You know what I mean? So, touche to them, man. Photo by Mike says, I love the fan service, but that all I felt in this movie was no story. Yeah, I mean, I felt similar. I don't know if I said there was no story, but the story is definitely not the strong point. Like, it's just fun. You know, it just sails on the wings of its ambition and creativity and stuff like that. And I also think, you know, the second time we see it, maybe it'll settle in a little bit better. Even the second Deadpool movie, right? Like, I hadn't watched it in a while, but I remember saying a lot and feeling it's not as tight as the first one. you know? And then when we rewatched it recently, I was like kind of blown away where I was like, yo, that's way tighter than I remember. Like, this is really good. I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. And so I bring that up because I want to see how it hits me the next time. You know what I mean? I want to see how it hits me. Like, what is that going to feel like? But yeah, I get your point. Let's see here. Zane P says, do you think this movie saves the MCU? I don't think it did, especially with Agatha around the corner. Still a big win, though. And I appreciate it. That's your first super chat ever, man. I appreciate it. The movie doesn't save the MCU. What the movie shows is that the MCU was never really in danger as long as it recognized that certain types of content were just not going to move the needle. It doesn't erase the last couple of years. It doesn't erase Agatha, Ironheart, maybe Young Avengers, some of this other stuff that's just frankly not that cool. But what it shows, just by its success and just by the way that fans are embracing it, it shows that Marvel was never as far gone as we thought. It was never dead. It was just simply the case that a lot of the fandom could basically sniff out the bullshit. You know? Like, I think, especially when you consider, like, Love and Thunder, Quantumania, and then the Marvels, you sort of see this thing of, like, we kind of know, I mean, maybe not as much with Love and Thunder, although a lot of rumors and stuff were out there that the movie was a big mess. It became pretty clear that, like, Marvel was having trouble, and they weren't able to maybe fix these movies, and so we were going to have to sit through some homework. And I think a lot of the audience just rejected that. You know, The Marvels is the biggest bomb in the history of Hollywood. They're following that up with probably a top 10 all-time grosser, a record breaker, a total hit. How do you do that? Like, how does one studio do that, right? Well, it's just pretty clear. Like, certain stuff is just not going to play to the vast majority of the fan base. And also, fans are much smarter now. We know. We can sniff it out. This one's going to be a weaker title. This one's going to be awesome. Right? So what Marvel needs to decide is, are they okay with weaker titles performing in a weak way? Maybe they are. Maybe if there's 3 Marvel movies a year, one of them can be like a low budget, sub 100 million movie that takes a chance, goes after a new audience, and then performs to the level of like 2, 3, 4, 500 million worldwide. Maybe they're okay with that. If they're not okay with that, then they need to change every single movie that they make into an experience. That's what they need to do. So, I don't think it saves Marvel. It kind of proves that Marvel wasn't as far gone as we thought. That's how I would answer that question. Meet Norma says, when Wolverine finally put the mask on, some of my nerds in the theater needed the white pants. Also, Snipes back as Blade got a big pop from the crowd. Dude, same. That was probably the biggest pop, was seeing Wesley Snipes as Blade, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Stefan says, does Deadpool dying in Thor's arms play as important role later on? Also, Daddy Cavill looking good. Yes, I think so. I think Thor and Deadpool and that whole thing, it's the big tease. It's the big thing that's going to happen in Secret Wars now. Yeah. And it's also tied into the fact that Thor, like, it is not, like, tied in by, like, it's, like, literally tied in. Meaning, you're going to do something in the far future. You're important. And then Deadpool's like, what? Wait, why is Thor holding me? Why is Thor crying? That's tied into the fact of the reason why the TVA first recruited him. So, like, yeah, there's something being set up there. Absolutely. JJ LeMond with a 10 spot says the story was like a plain cracker, But sometimes crackers are served with amazing toppings. These toppings were so good, the cracker didn't matter. Let's fucking go! Yeah, it's actually a good point, man. Like a charcuterie. A charcuterie of goodness was piled upon that cracker. Aw, shit, fam. Aw, shit, fam. Hell yeah, JJ Lamont. Appreciate the love, man. Chef Moriarty says Deadpool Prime. He does mention himself as Deadpool Prime. I wonder what that means exactly. There's like not a lot given to us over there. You know what I mean? Big Cat, thanks for gifting a membership, man. Appreciate you. D Stone says, when Wesley said there's only been one Blade and only ever gonna be one, whole movie had dying, man. Gambit's fights were awesome as well. Yeah, it's funny. When Deadpool looks at the camera, you're like, oh boy. Oh boy. I wonder how that's gonna go. Yeah. I wonder what jokes they potentially cut there too. Dana White says, do you think we will get a different cut of the film with more footage like we got for Deadpool 2? For Deadpool 2, it was a super duper cut. I hope so. Yes, I hope so. That would be great. So, yeah, I guess so, and I hope so. GrizzlyCon says, love the movie, but I didn't love Wolvie's backstory. Wish they would have shown, not told, and maybe it would hit different. Yeah, so I think, from my understanding, there was going to be a scene in the film that was going to have, like, William Stryker and was going to replicate what happened in X2. There's a lot of stuff that they were thinking about with this movie that they ended up changing, right? Again, 5 writers. So, a lot of changes. But, yeah, that would have been sick. I think that's what we're meant to understand is, like, the humans come for him. Could also be why Logan hates the Avengers. If the Avengers and potentially Cap himself on that world was a part of kind of shutting down the humans, or rather shutting down the mutants, that could be really interesting. So, although I didn't get like this big reveal of like why there are no mutants in the sacred timeline, etc., there's still, enough there, and I do like what they did with Wolverine. But I do agree that the backstory could be handled a little better. Grizzly Cown says, I love the movie, but I just read that. James, thanks for gifting 5 memberships. Holy shit. Appreciate you. And then Jane says, I have not seen the movie yet. Do I need to wear my white pants? P.S. Nerdvengers tattoo win. You know what? I should get a Nerdvengers tattoo. I think that's a good idea. Do I need to wear the white pants? I would probably wear no pants. I'd probably go into the movie just shirt cocking it. You know what I mean? David says, saw it twice yesterday. 8 on the first watch, 8.6 on the second. Only thing missing for me was the OG X-Men team in a Loki appearance. Got my Wolverine bucket. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I wanted more X-Men for sure. I wanted more X-Men for sure, and I'm a little sad about it. But it also just means, like, dude, there's so much more. That's what I mean. It's like, it's kind of like an appetizer, bro. It's kind of like an appetizer, man. Behind the Kit says, SDCC predictions today. I mean, I've kind of gone over them, brother. I think what we got going on is, clarity on the Avengers. I think you're going to get Midnight Suns. I think Russo Bros is the big thing. Maybe Avengers versus X-Men. Maybe other mutant stuff teased. But, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. The big thing for me is I think Avengers 5 is Avengers versus X-Men. Yeah. And I think they're going to... I think they will announce that. And the Russos will be doing it. But we'll see. Jeremiah Noble says, I mostly agree with you, Josh. Not everything worked, but they needed to build off of this. It was a crazy fun joyride. Hell yeah, bro. Hashtag take my money. Hashtag unity. Much love. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, Jeremiah. Orange Grove 55 says, Marvel not as far gone as people assumed. Disney 2, though. Inside Out 2 also proved people like Disney IP. They just want good content. Yep, I agree with that. So AVX confirmed. It's just a theory. It's just a theory. It's just speculation. Let's not get crazy here, Chad. It's just speculation. Paradox calls 616 the sacred timeline. How? What do you mean? That is the sacred timeline. I'm not sure what you mean. Nerd Executive says Wolverine is now technically dream walking in another universe. No? What do you mean? Because of the dreaming? Because of the dreams he has? What do you mean by that, Ryan? What do you mean by that? Also, Ryan, are you streaming some Rivals tomorrow at all? Guys, I have gotten an MVP with Magneto already. I got an MVP with Iron Man. I had a game-saving Spider-Man thing that I put on Twitter. It's one of the coolest clips I've ever done, dude. Basically, what I'm saying is I'm going pro in Marvel Rivals. Saturday, tomorrow, they drop Thor and Jeff the Shark into Marvel Rivals. Oh, my God. So I'm pretty much the best. And I'm thinking about doing a stream tomorrow in the afternoon, just doing some Marvel Rivals. Oh, you're nuts with Wanda? Cool. I like it. I like it. Yeah, so I'm basically just pro at Marvel Rivals. So we'll see. Is Thor crying? Tears of joy after he fucks up the enemy, you know what I mean? RM Maurice says, with a 20 spot, really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Says, loved it. 8 out of 10 for me. Couple of things needed some explanation, like how did Wade get to 616 in the beginning? Yeah, that is just not explained at all. Although, it could have something to do with the specialness that the TVA was referring to. You know what I mean? And he's just totally down to be in other universes and stuff like that, right? So, yeah, something's going on there. Something's going on there, for sure. Other than that, I think it worked. TVA connects with Cassandra and the two different Wades in the Logan universe. Other than that, I think it worked. Yeah, no, I agree with you there. There's some clarity that we need, but overall, just a really great time. Matt Thomas, thanks for the 2 spot, brother. Rich Brash, welcome back. Welcome back to the Nerd Ventures. Michael Phantom says, I love the movie. Favorite line? No, he was killed by murder. Also, have you seen the Acolyte pitch meeting? Is there an Acolyte pitch meeting? Guys, look, we're having a really good time today, and we're talking about Marvel, and Marvel's back on top, and it's like, fuck yeah, Marvel, let's fucking go. But can we just for 1 second laugh at Star Wars? Because apparently they have a whole publishing line of like books and comics that are connected to the Acolyte. I mean, how stupid are these people? It's unfucking believable over there. They're at San Diego Comic-Con right now with a show that couldn't crack 214 million minutes watched to reach into the top 10. A show that is viewed even less than Andor. And they're at San Diego Comic-Con trying to pitch people on reading more about it and shit. Like, what are they doing? Do they just want Star Wars to be like those 12 motherfuckers on Twitter that support the show? It's unbelievable. It's incompetence in ways that's like hard to describe. I mean, no wonder Bob Iger is literally ignoring Lucasfilm every time he talks to investors. Holy shit. Yeah, and then fucking Mike over here. Star Wars Celebration Tokyo 2025 hype. Mike. What is the drug cocktail that you are on, Mike? Like, just, I'm not even being facetious because it's working. Whatever it is. Dude, I need some of that in my life. I'm trying to get to that level, Mike. Like, I'm trying to get to the level of fucked up and high, twisted, you know, just totally bent all the way to Sunday. I'm trying to get so fucked up that when somebody brings up that the Acolyte is publishing multiple connected things to it that I say in all caps, 2025 fucking celebration Japan, let's go. I want to be that fucked up, bro. I'm not even joking. Like, dude, take me there. I need release. It's that like black tar or heroin with a candy flip or something. Like you gotta let me know. What chemicals, what molecules are you fucking your brain with to get you to that level? Because it seems like an incredible place to be. Okay, moving right along. Michael Phantom. Oh, no, we did that one. Vinny says, I walked out wanting more in a good and bad way. Ooh. Ooh. I like that. I like that, Vinny. That's good. Richie Brash says, going back Sunday to see it again. Hell yeah. I take it all back. The Honda Odyssey fucks hard. Made my root beer come out of my nose. Dude, that's like one of the best lines in the movie. That was so good, dude. Yes, Richie. I need to go see that. I need to go see it. Javis says, pardon my ignorance, but where was Loki? Wouldn't he be involved in one way or another? Yeah, I mean, there were rumors that Loki was going to be involved. I was told Loki would be in the movie, actually, so I was a little disappointed to not see him in there. I think that was replaced by Hunter B-15, and I think what they did was they're just kind of playing it a little sort of coy with what's going on with Loki. But my explanation is actually that Loki is literally pulling the strings of the whole thing. Like, he has all the timelines and everything like that, but I think he's pulling the strings. I think he, now, with all access of time, understands Wade, understands his importance, understands what he could do, and is sort of pushing things along, creating an alternate future of which the Avengers can beat Beyonder or Doom or whatever, right? Deadpool's important, and I think Loki is the one that knows that. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. We'll see, though. Zachariah says, last Marvel movie I saw multiple times in the theater was Shang-Chi. That's a good one, man. Definitely a good feeling wanting to experience this movie again. Going again today. Oh, hell yeah. If I didn't have to work on this video later, I'd probably go again today. I want to, man. I'm going on Sunday. I'm driving down to Pittsburgh. Gonna see it again with my buddy. So that shit's gonna be awesome. I'm excited for that. But hell yeah, dude. I want to see it again too. C-Dub says, how much did Kaya pay Marvel in this movie? They actually did an Audi somehow. Oh, Kia. Yeah, that is kind of funny, huh? It is kind of funny how they did that. I don't really know. You know something else I really liked in the movie? It just kind of popped in my head, so I wanted to say it. The scene with Happy. It's weird because not only is it good, but like, bro, it gives you that Avengers feeling, like the prestige and like, I don't know, not for a while have I had that feeling of like the Avengers actually being put on a pedestal and being honored in the way that they should be, because like it is the fucking big leagues. Like in comics, like that's the whole thing. Like you think about it. It's the big leagues, and the offices should look better. The decor should look better. Like it should look primo, and it did. So that was cool. Wrench City says, I can't believe they made a regarded joke, best joke. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like there's just enough flavor in there and just enough irreverence to get you to feel like if you have felt this weirdness in the material because of like focus groups and optics and all this other bullshit, if you felt like things were being treated with kid gloves for the past couple of years, which I think is totally fair, like it has been, this movie was irreverent enough to make you feel like entertainment was put above all else. Entertainment was put above political correctness, and that is something I think a lot of people have been asking for. Maybe some people a little bit more vocally, maybe some people a little bit more toxically, but I think a lot of people have been saying that. They've been saying, I want entertainment to be put above political correctness, because like nobody wants to watch a politically correct comedian. If you go to a comedy show, you want irreverence, right? So yeah, I think the movie does a great job of handling that. Faux show. And now I've lost my place. Hang on. J Mike Gaming says, don't know if we said it today, but no T Swift. Yeah, that is true. No T Swift. But probably a good move. They don't even need T Swift in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Console Player says, how do you feel about Gambit and his accent? Personally, loved it. Papa Josh, let him cook. Oh, it's great because it's terrible. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's great because it's terrible. And it was just really funny the way that it was utilized. So I thought it was fantastic, man, to be honest with you. Art Maurice with another 20 spot. Holy shit. Appreciate you, man. Says it would have been awesome if they did a nod to the Marvel vs. Capcom fighting style where Wolverine launches somebody into the air and then hits him with a combo and says air combo. Yeah, something like that. Something like that would be fun. Like, I am actually being serious, though. Like, that would be a little ridiculous. But at the same time, I think there's something to take away from those fights and from the comics. And they need it to be a little more bombastic. Logan M says, rank these. Guardians 3, No Way Home, Deadpool 3, Days of Future Past. For me, it'd probably be No Way Home, Deadpool 3, Guardians 3, then Days of Future Past. That's probably where I'd go. Although that could change depending on the day. Riley says, just popping in to drop a like. No spoilers for me. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Rod A gifted a membership. Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate you, man. Wrench City says, I didn't quite understand how Deadpool starts out in 616 Sacred and then his home is another universe. Did I miss something? Can you help? So apparently this is all just done through Cable's time machine, which I don't fully understand, right? But through Cable's time machine, he was able to go into... So basically, he talks about commuting to another universe, right? So earlier on in the movie, in 2018, before Infinity War, he wants to be an Avenger, Deadpool. And he's going to be an Avenger in the Sacred Timeline. So he would be commuting from his universe into the Sacred Timeline and then going back to his universe. That's what he was willing to do. After Paradox approaches him, he believes he's going to do that again. Right? So, yeah, that's kind of the explanation. David says, finally became a Nerdvenger on Twitch after many years. David, welcome to the Nerdvengers, baby. You are a Nerdvenger now. Appreciate you. Tim O'Brien says with a 10 spot, loved the movie, love letter to the Fox X-Men, really funny, sick action, great surprises / cameos, great emotional moments, had me tearing up in the feels a few times. MCU needs this movie. Nerdvengers for life. Much love. Oh, hell yeah, dude. It's a dub. You know what the thing is about this movie? It's a fucking W. It's a big old undeniable win right in your fucking face. And I love it. Thanks, Tim. Ricky Bobby says, how do you think Deadpool got to the 616 in the beginning? Also, wouldn't this Wolverine coming to the 10005 universe cause an incursion? Well, it appears that not only did it not cause an incursion, it caused the strength of the timeline to grow. I don't know what that fully means. And I do think there are aspects of this movie that'll be totally forgotten in the next MCU thing. Like, I don't know if the Ripper matters. I don't know if the anchor beings actually matter. A lot of that is background. It's background to this movie. Do I wish it was taken more seriously? Yes. But not at the cost of the fun of the movie. I think Ryan was pretty resistant to making it too much like Age of Ultron, basically, where it's just a little bit too much setup for the next thing and like a commercial for the next movie. And frankly, I do think that hurts the movie a little bit, but hard to say if some of the other elements would have been able to be balanced with that. I think that's the concern, right? Darth Vader's burnt asshole says, placate to the other side. This is the most queer-coded Marvel thing since Deadpool 2. The car fight? That's angry car sex. It's so gay. LOL. So here's the thing that's kind of crazy about this. multiple things can be true at once. Placating to one side doesn't mean you have to like not placate to the other side. Like my opinion on this has always been, I think you should give both sides a little bit, but not like push it too far to the point where it becomes a wall or a barrier to enjoyment. I think certain shows and certain movies, like I think She-Hulk was literally putting up barriers to enjoyment. I think Acolyte was putting up barriers to enjoyment. Like I think they were literally doing stuff in the promotion, the writing, and the execution of the show or the movie that was like, hey, if you have this belief, I'm going to call you out and prevent you from enjoying this. Right? And so I think a lot of that was removed. And I think this movie does a great job of winking at both sides. And if you don't believe me, that's okay, because you're just some dumbass named himself Vader's burnt asshole on the internet. You don't fucking matter in any way, shape, or form, you stupid motherfucker. But appreciate the $5, dumbass. Thomas L. Knight says, felt like Stan Lee dabbed me up and said, I got you. 100%, bro. That is exactly what it felt like. Like, this dude's literally named Vader's burnt asshole. Like, what a dumbass, dude. Like, imagine having any semblance of self-respect or wanting to stand up and say anything serious about any goddamn thing ever when you named yourself Darth Vader's burnt asshole. What a dumb pussy. Holy shit. Yo, Vader's burnt asshole. I promise you, dude, come up to me at a con sometime and just shake my hand and be like, I'm the one that's Vader's burnt asshole. Bro, I will laugh right in your stupid fucking face. You absolute fuck boy. Hope you're having a good day, though. Tim O'Brien says, P.S. Josh, I got that bucket, too. Take my money. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Cole says, do you think Chris Evans and Blade will come back again for Secret Wars? I do. I mean, I think Evans for sure. Evans is pretty much locked. And I do think you're going to get Cap, right? You're going to get Cap. Do I want more Johnny? I mean, after this movie, yeah, I do. But I think it's more important that we get Steve Rogers. Now, what variant of Steve Rogers is this going to be? Is this going to be a villainous variant of Steve? Like a Hydra Cap or something like that? That could be quite interesting to see. I think Evans is just really charismatic, man. Like, he's a movie star. Like, that's what he is. And I think the Marvel playground is a great place for a person like that to play and have fun. And dude, we love him, so hell yeah. Blade, I'm not so sure about. You know what I mean? I'm not so sure about. Kendall says, movie was better than I could have imagined. Everything you said except for Cavill is spot on. Theory, keeping universes alive causes secret wars. Yeah, that could be true. So wait a minute, Kendall, are you telling me that you don't like Henry Cavill as Wolverine? Is that what you're telling me right now? Why are you triggered, Josh? I don't think I'm triggered. I just wanted to go hard on a smart-ass, chronically online, whack-ass, stupid-faced butthole. You know what I mean? Like, that's all good. Don't cry for Vader's burnt asshole, dude. I promise you, he's some goofy motherfucker. You pick him out of a line and be like, I don't know about this fucking guy. Like, 100%. Like, should I keep going here? Like, I felt like we were done, but, you know, if we, you know. I don't think Evans is coming back as a villain. I don't think he's going to come back as a villain, but I think they need to do a different flavor than what they did with Steve before. Although, I guess, so here's what's kind of interesting. Technically, they have to do that with RDJ, right? Because RDJ died. Iron Man died, and they don't want to touch that legacy. But technically, Steve didn't do that. So Steve could come back just as he was. Literally as he was when he stepped onto that time platform. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Cool Bear says, how is Deadpool going between universes at the start of 616? I believe it has something to do with him specifically. So maybe he's got a little bit of that America Chavez energy. And also the technology. It was Cable's time machine thingy. He has the time machine thing on when he's in the meeting with Happy. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but that's like the actual explanation in the movie. Seconds from Disaster says, I just got here since Logan is the future. Won't there be an incursion now that there's 2 Wolverines and 2 Lauras in that timeline? Is that what is going on? Is that really what's going on? I didn't get that from the movie. I did not get that from the movie. Are you guys just getting that because you're saying that Logan takes place in the far future, therefore Deadpool and Wolverine cannot take place at the same time? I don't think so. Although, I mean, I could see... I don't know. That's something I hope they clarify, but I didn't see it that way. I think there's only one. I think there's one Logan, one Laura. Now, technically speaking, is that the Laura from the future that's now brought back? Like, is that the exact same Laura? Yeah, we'll see. Maybe they will explain that moving on. But I didn't think that was a contradiction. But now that you're explaining it, I could kind of see that. Yeah. Wrench City says, wife and I so happy we watched Deadpool 2 the other night. It was very connected and helped a lot of the jokes land better. That's great, man. Yeah, I liked watching it recently, too. Hell yeah. Spartan Joker says, I'm late, but Deadpool and Wolverine was awesome. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Good to see you, man. Jimmer H. Rabbit says, the only part I didn't get was how Wade got to the 616 to have the interview with Happy. He used Cable's time machine, which also allowed him to cross over into that different universe. Yeah. Seconds from... Oh, wait. Darth Hauser says, F yeah, Marvel. Let's fucking go. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Seconds from Disaster with a 5 spot says, when they first got brought back to the Resistance, when they were panning to the camera down, it looked like the carving of Scarlet from Mount Wondergore. Oh, yeah. It absolutely was, yeah. I think that's probably intentional. But there's just a lot of stuff in the void. It's hard to say whether any of it actually matters, right? It's mostly like Easter egg fodder. But yeah, it'll be super cool to like get a hold of the movie at home and like go through it frame by frame. Faux show. Nico says, great sign last night. Equal. So many people at the theater decked out in Deadpool and Wolverine hats, shirts, etc. Haven't seen that in a while for the MCU. Yeah, for sure. Same kind of vibes over here. It was really cool to see people dressed up, buying fun merch, being excited about it. It's like, that's the whole thing, man. That's the whole thing. That's what it's about. Vandalf the Black says, they really thought they had something cooking with that Star Wars acolyte BS. Call George R.R. Martin to write this new stuff from now on. Why not call the GOAT for Space Dragons? George R.R. Martin would kill it. You want George R.R. Martin to write Star Wars? Is that really what we're talking about here? I mean, that's not a good fit, bro. Like, I'm just gonna that's not a good fit. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, no. That's gonna be a no from me, dog. That's gonna be a no from me, dog. But obviously, would it be better than what they're currently doing? Of course, but that's that's only step one. Patrick says with a 10 spot, I didn't like the reason for Mopey Wolverine. He left for a beer run and then came back and everybody was randomly dead. I so wanted his backstory to be completely effed up like the one from Logan. Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. If it didn't work for you, it didn't work for you. I felt like Jackman did a good job of selling throughout the thing. Yeah, no, I thought it was good. It's all good. If you didn't, Wrench City says a review you showed the other day said they had a running joke that got old, like the screaming goats. What the fuck was the joke? I didn't see it. Could have been the Marvel Jesus thing, although I thought that was pretty tame. I didn't think it was over the top. But yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. JJ Lemau says mid-credit scene was heartwarming. So good. Yeah, you mean the post-credit scene? Because this was definitely after all the credits, but it was fun. I loved it, dude. I loved Evans there, man. Deadpool Wolverine crossed 100 million at the box office 10 minutes ago. Shvat? That's fucking bananas, dude. That's fucking bananas. 100 million already? Shvat? Wow. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy, dude. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Blah, 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 blah. Kyber Sith says, bro, everyone screamed when we saw Wolverine vs. Hulk. That brown suit, I wanted more. Deadpool looked effing scared. Yeah, it was really cool, man. But again, I wanted more too. I don't know if that was archival footage, but oh, bro, I would want more. Yeah, super hyped up part of the movie. Steve McTee says, so is the sacred timeline only 616? Still unsure. Yeah, it's 616, bro. C-Dub says, what the heck, or where the heck was Domino? She's low-key steals the show in Deadpool 2. Would have been nice to at least have a joke about where she was. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't really know. I don't really know why there wasn't no Domino. She's fantastic. Wrench City says, maybe Loki moved Deadpool to 616 to set in motion events. Yeah, no, that is kind of what I think is happening. Yeah. He's not in 616, though. He's in 10005 right now, right? So that's where he's at. But I do think all of this was sort of staged by Loki, ultimately. William says, loved the movie, saw it twice. However, I don't know if y'all brought it up yet, but I was honestly expecting to see the OG X-Men. Any idea what happened with that? Yeah, I think the fake scoops went out and all the leakers believed them. That's what I think. Because, you know, look, there was people like Alex Perez and some others that were teasing some pretty crazy shit. Like Wanda versus Jean Grey and stuff like that. So I think they just got. I think there were fake leaks out there. Maybe Magneto was thought about at one time. But it also just, it strikes me as like, I think they got with some fake leaks. So Hunter says, I was hoping for a little more connectivity or setup for Secret Wars. Yeah, I was too, but had an absolute blast. 9 out of 10. The regenerate line had me dying. Yeah, that shit was funny, bro. And it was the perfect person to deliver it too. Wesley's a national treasure. Yeah, no, look, I wanted more setup too. I mean, I'm a junkie for that sort of stuff. And that's one of the things that kind of was a little disappointing. I think there is setup here. It's setup that is implied and you're going to have to theorize. I also think, you know, after tomorrow night and, you know, a lot of the announcements that I would imagine are going to happen tomorrow night, I think we'll have a lot of speculating to do about how it all goes from here. So, Toxic! It's good to see you, bro. Seconds from Disaster says, let me say it. I need to say it. It hit hard for me. Oh, hell yeah, brother. JJ Lemont says, no, the clips of all the old Marvel stuff. Those clips were great. Oh, that's the mid-credit scene you were talking about. Okay. Yeah, that shit was great, dude. Very heartfelt, very cool. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I like that shit. Elijah says, thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine not really moving the overall MCU narrative forward. Feels like fun Disney Plus side content, not main event. Yeah, there's a part of me that wanted more for sure. And I think that's maybe where a lot of my initial disappointment stems from. It does kind of play as an appetizer, as I've said. Not only for the stories you can tell with the characters, but for the story that's going to be told via the multiverse. And yeah, I didn't love it. But I think there's enough there. I mean, if you think about it with the Thor thing, you think about the fact that the TVA wants to bring people to fight for the sacred timeline. Like, there's stuff there. But you're right. It's not like we got somebody saying, like, mutants weren't in the 616 because of this reason, which means this and that and second and the third. Like, you're absolutely right. Stuff like that would have been super cool. I think it's just on the way. More of that is going to happen for sure. Armorice says with the 10 spot, would have been epic if Eric Bana or Ed Norton made cameos. The jokes would have been funny. I 100% agree. I think there's something going on, too, with the movie, and it's a very classic Marvel thing to do, where they're piecemealing this. You know, they want audiences to really understand how variants and stuff could work and have experiences with variants of characters that are great, because Secret Wars is going to dial this shit up to 11. So maybe they're just not ready to quite go there. Because, like, one of the things that was said, which kind of like bugged me a little bit, is like, remember, Feige said if Infinity War's a 9 and Endgame's a 10, Deadpool and Wolverine is an 8 as far as its impact on Marvel. I do not see that shit at all. I don't see an 8. I see like a 7, maybe a 6. And so I do feel a little like, you know, about that. But maybe there's just something we're missing. You know, we'll see. We shall see. Toxic says, the more I think of it, the more I think of the movie, the more I love it. Oh, hell yeah, brother. I'm with you there. That's basically where I'm at. It's like, the more I think about it, the more I love it. RJ Filla, the 10 spot, says, what a nerdy start to our Philly vacay. Chess tournament Wednesday. Older son got 8th out of 92 in Smash Bros. Tourney. This badass stream now. MTG pre-release tonight. Love this community. Oh, that's awesome. What's the pre-release? What's the new set?
What a nerdy start to our Philly Baka. Chess tournament with older son got 8th out of 92 in a Smash Bros. Tourney. This badass stream now and MTG pre-release tonight. Love this community. NV4L.
Blood Burrow. Bloomborough. Okay, yeah, I'm not super familiar with that. I'm kind of checked out on Magic right now, but I am excited for the Marvel MTG collab, which I think is going to happen maybe next year. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. All right, chat. Well, I think that's a lot of questions, a lot of coverage on it. I'll hang in the chat a little bit here. Any other thoughts? Any other things that you guys want to talk about with regards to the movie? Marvel's going to collab with MTG despite having Snap? Yeah. Yup. Big collab, too. I think it's like 3 sets. It's a whole block of Marvel. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, giveaways. That's a good idea. Let me get that going on. Give me 1 second. I'll get that figured out here. Elisa made this incredible list. How do I can copy. Uh-oh. We might be lost here. We might be lost here, boys. Copy. Does that copy the whole thing then? Okay. Hang on here, guys. Hang on here. Just hang on a second here. Oh, no, I have the file. I just don't know how to copy the one thing. God, and then I open up my email and say, hey, we got another opportunity on Marvel Strike Force. Maybe we should do it. Maybe we should do some Marvel Strike Force, huh? Okay. So now if I paste What the hell? You literally have to add a document to be able to copy and paste these. Oh, no. Okay, sweetie, since you're watching, can you export the gifted members, the randomized one, as like an SVC file or something that I can import into Google Spreadsheet? Because I cannot copy paste. Yeah, I can't copy paste the list. I need to be able to insert it into a file. Oh, I see you popping up. I see you doing stuff. I see you doing stuff on the file. That's interesting. Den of challenging insertions. Yes. Yes, that is true. It's true. It's quite challenging for me. Hopefully we can figure this out. If we can't figure it out today, we will figure it out for tomorrow. And we'll do the giveaway tomorrow. But we do have... Wait, what? I don't know spreadsheets. I don't know spreadsheets and stuff. I don't know about all that. You can definitely just copy control. I literally cannot, sweetie. If you could do that, like literally, like I look at it, right? Copy. And then I go into this and I hit paste. And it literally says enable copy cut paste. To copy cut paste using edit menus, install the Google's Chrome extension onto your browser. Oh, wait. So I can. Okay. So maybe what you're saying is I can do it through this. Let's try. Paste values only or paste format only? What the fuck? Yeah, I can't do this. I can't figure it out. Like copy. And I'm into the sheets. No. Nope. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, we're going to do this tomorrow, guys. I apologize. I thought it would be quite simple. We spent a lot of time, and by we, I mean Elisa, spent a lot of time, like, getting all the gifted members into a spreadsheet and then having them randomized. Because every gifted member that people got them another entry. And I want to do the drawing for $200 GameStop gift card. I also have all this fun swag here. Like, we've got these multiple Wolverines to give away. We've got this Wolverine. Oh, wait, you did send me a CSV? Let me see. Let me see if I can figure this out. Okay. Okay. Did I try unplugging it? Absolutely. Also, what the fuck is this? Get this out of here. I hate spreadsheet shit, man. Okay. Import. Oh my god, it worked! Oh my god, it worked! Okay, chat. Holy. Okay. Give me just a second. I gotta get the Twitch stuff, and then I gotta get the YouTube stuff. I think we got it. I think we got it! Perfect. Okay, now I have to find it again. I always have to find this. Always gotta find this. Maybe stream? No, it's not that. Analytics. Milestones. Hey, there it is. Okay, cool. Boom. Okay, got the Twitch subs. Okay, let me grab up the stuff from YouTube. Hang on, guys, hang on. Okay, I think we got this. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, download that. Dude. I think we got it! Okay. Yeah, and then we insert, or import, rather. Subscriber list. Append. Oh my god, let's fucking go. Okay, we're gonna be able to do this. Sick. Okay. Import. Oh my god. Append. Woo! Wait, hang on now. Oh, okay. Good. Good. Very good. Okay, 1826. That's the number, chat. Okay, give me a second here. Let me pull this over here. Do this over there. Let's do this over there. Okay, and then we need the... Oh, shit. Dice roller, right? Is this it? Oh, hell yeah. Okay. So, actually... where are we at? 1826. Okay. So it doesn't include anything from the last, like today or the day prior. But we had to be able to have a cutoff point so that we could actually do the damn thing. So 1826. And let's go one here. Okay. Let me get this pulled up so you guys can see how we are going to do this. What the hell? Oh. I changed it to over here. Oh. Wait, what the hell? Okay, here we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boom. So, here we go. Let me get this actually, make this larger so you guys can see it. Okay, you see this number above my head? Let's do some giveaways, goddammit. Let's do some giveaways. Okay, ready? First, we will do one of these Marvel Legend Wolverine. Boom! Ooh, 1802. Who's 1802? J Slide. Hey, J Slide. I better write this shit down, though. Sometimes I can forget to send these out, you know what I mean? All right, J Slide. Boom. Wolverine, brother. Congratulations. Let's do another Wolverine. Let's do another, you know what? Let's do another one of these Wolverines. We can't see it rigged? What are you talking about? What? What? The fuck? All right, ready? Boom! 682! Who's number 682? Oh my God. Everybody relax. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. 682. Ruben Shearer? Hey, Ruben! Let me write that down. It's just Ruben. Ruben got a Wolverine. Wolverine. Wait, what the hell? Oh, you guys can't see this. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Okay. Sorry. Okay, everybody relax. Jeez. You know, you try to do nice things for your community, you know? You try to give back. We can't see the whole Google sheet. Okay, all right. You know, you just try to give back to your community. And it's never enough. It's never enough for Adam. Oh, it's never enough for Adam. Okay, so we got both Wolverines given away. Let's do this one. This is a Wolverine Psylocke combination. And it's real cool, man. Oh my God, look at that. Look at it on the back. That's a nice combination. All right, shall we see? Shall we see? I'm gonna cover it up so you guys can't even see. All right, ready? Boom! Ooh, 850. Ooh, it's 850. Raw 84. Raw 84? Raw? Are you in here? Raw? Are you in here, Raw? Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah. I mean, that's why we keep having kids. Denim bots. What? I'm not rigging nothing. What the hell are you guys talking about? Elisa did all this hard work to get everything situated, and now everybody's all mad? Because freaking Raw? Sheesh. That's for Raw right there. Look, it's so beautiful. Also, I'm kind of shocked that Aaliyah hasn't won just everything so far. She did a shit ton of gifted members. That's crazy. That person doesn't exist. Hey, relax. Relax over there. Okay. Let's do my favorite one. Patch and Grey Hulk both in the tuxedos. Oh, it's incredible. Oh, it's so cool. All right, should we see who gets it? Chat, tell me when to stop it. Tell me when to stop it. Wait, what? Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Ooh, 1438. Wait, what? What am I doing? Okay, 1438. That's like all the way down here. Roy! Hey, Roy! Raw and Roy, are they the same? Roy Ainsworth got a Hulk and a Wolverine. Okay. So, Daniel O won last December. Yeah, you won one of the Christmas ones, and I felt like we did get it shipped out in the last couple of months, but maybe not. Just hit me up privately, man. We'll try to get it to you. Look, I know for you, it's probably the biggest deal in the world, and I am sorry. But again, you know, we're trying to do nice things for the community. I'm sorry you didn't get your Christmas present yet. I'll have Elisa get you something. We'll get you something else. We'll get you a shirt. We'll get you a nice smile, a pat on the back. Just shut the fuck up. Okay, anyway, appreciate you. I love my fans. I love my fucking fans. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the $200 GameStop gift card, okay? But you know what else we're gonna do? We're gonna do 4 more giveaways on Monday. Using the same list, the same people. We'll add in today's members, gifted members. We'll add in Saturday's gifted members and stuff like that. I actually wanted to get out and buy even more Deadpool and Wolverine swag. Didn't get a chance to yet. I will try to over the weekend. So over the weekend, we'll buy up some more swag. And on Monday, we'll do a whole series of giveaways again. How's that sound, everybody? And if these people don't claim it, we'll throw this into the giveaways again on Monday. Is that okay? Will that make you love me? And I got yelled at. Let's go. No, I actually do remember you, Daniel, and I actually do remember talking to you about the last one. And I do feel bad. So, look, am I a kind of grumpy asshole? 100%. But I do love you. I do appreciate it. I will get something out to you. 100%. I'll get something to you. Okay, ready? This is for the $200 GameStop gift card, guys. This is for the $200 GameStop gift card. $9.50. $9.50. Mystic Troll. Look at this freaking guy. Hey, Mystic Troll, are you in here right now? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably going to redraw this. Just because, like, who the fuck's Mystic Troll? And also, I've never seen Mystic Troll in here. He was earlier? Oh, wow. Okay, well, I guess I can't do that now. We know Mystic? Okay. All right. Shit. Mystic is a mod for Theory? Okay. All right. Okay, fine. Well, Mystic's now going to get the $200 GameStop gift card. Okay. Look, in all seriousness, again, we'll do a series of giveaways on Monday. Again, we'll calculate the stuff in from today. We'll calculate the stuff in from tomorrow. And we'll do a bunch of giveaways on Monday too, okay? I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support. This month, we went over 2,000 members. That's incredible, guys. Thank you so much for the support. And because we went over 2,000 members, what we're going to do next month is we are adding Thursdays to the streaming schedule. Okay? So what that means is we're going to stream Mondays at 11. We're going to stream Wednesdays at 11. We're going to stream Thursdays at 11. And we're going to stream Fridays at 11. So 4 days a week streams, plus all the other streams we do, the Nerd Avenger stream, occasional Diamond Lounge stream, stuff like that. So we're up to 4 streams a week. On top of that, next month, we're going to do 2 $200 GameStop gift cards. 2 of them. Okay? So we did it. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best community on the planet. Fucking love you guys. It's awesome. I was genuinely looking forward to coming in here today and talking to you guys about Deadpool and Wolverine and just having a blast together. I know there's mixed feelings out there. I know it maybe wasn't the movie some of us wanted it to be. I still feel taken care of as a Marvel fan, and I'm very optimistic about the future. I think tomorrow will be huge. I think tomorrow's going to show us a lot, and we'll see, we're going to see, so I'm super excited. Appreciate you guys. Many more years of nerd venging is in our future. And don't forget, whenever they do Secret Wars, I'm going to rent out a theater, and I'm really hoping that as many of you as possible can make it to that event and we can all watch Secret Wars together.
It's my favorite time of the month where we upset the Nerd Avengers and take a break to do some youth venging and go over tomorrow's youth pay-per-view card. Let's fucking go.
Okay. Before we get out of here, John Cross with a $20 holla. Very generous, brother. Says, just woke up after getting back from Deadpool and Wolverine at 4. It's my favorite time of the month where we upset the Nerd Vengers and take a break to do some UFC venging and go over the UFC pay-per-view card. Let's fucking go. Okay, let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. And let's go over the card. And it's 304, right? Wait, where's the... Yeah, UFC 304. Mm-hmm. Appreciate you, John. Okay. Let's go over this. Dude, wouldn't that be fun, though? I can't wait, man. That's going to be really fun. We'll rent out a theater. We'll do a version of this, except we'll be in like either like a big bar, or maybe we'll stay in the theater and do a big Q&A thing. That would be my ideal thing. Is like, okay, so we're going to see Secret Wars, right? Maybe we have like a lunch, and we all hang out, have a lunch. We all like kind of then go our separate ways, get over to the theater. We all watch the movie together. Then maybe, and I don't know if we could do this. That's the problem, right? Is we probably have to leave. But in an ideal world, we just pull out a table, microphones get set up, everybody stays right there in the theater, and we do a version of this stream right here, except with live audience, mics in the crowd, where you guys could actually like ask your questions. We could get you on stream and stuff like that. We'll definitely put together a really cool production, and that would just be fantastic, man. You know, once in a lifetime kind of experience to be able to do that together. Anthony says, what time is your Hall H stream tomorrow, Beast? 8:30, brother. We'll be starting around 8:30 in the evening, because that's when it happens. Okay, should we go over this card? I don't really know a lot of the people on the early prelims here, so let's just go into the prelims. I gotta go with my Polish brother here, Marcin. So I go into the Polish dude here. Let's see here. Jake Hadley. I'll go with Jake. Go with Jake on this one. Bruni and Molly McCain. I'll go with Bruna on that one. Nathaniel Wood and Daniel Pinata. I'll go with England. It's an England card, you know what I mean? Let's see here. Arnold Allen and Giga. I kind of like the name Giga. I'm going to go with Giga, just based off of that. Christian versus Gregory. I'm not really familiar with either of these guys, to be honest with you. I'll go with Gregory on this. I'm going with the upset here. Oh, it's actually very even. That's interesting. I'm going with King Bobby Green to take out Patty Pimlet. Here's the thing. I like Patty, but I'm old. So I always go with the old guys in these kind of fights. So I'm going with the old guy. Take it from the young gun. That would be sick. And then Tom Aspinall, dude. Gotta be Tom here. Tom's gonna walk through Curtis, I think. But we'll see. Curtis is no slacker, but Tom's just a special talent. And then it's Leon all day, bro. Like, how could you not go with Leon? Leon is going to decimate Bilal. But we'll see. Maybe Bilal's got something. But yeah, I mean, I think Leon is way better than people give him credit for. So I think Leon takes it. I think Tom takes it. I think Bobby Green knocks out Patty. I think Gregory takes this. You know what? Fuck it. I'll go with Arnold on this. I want to go with Giga, but I'll go with Arnold because England wants a win on the first one on the first card. So there you go. Also, can I ask a question here? Why does it have the England flag like this? What's the difference between this and the red, white, and blue one they have? What is even England? England is not the United Kingdom, so they have like a specific flag just for the one island. Is that what's going on? What's up with that? United Kingdom versus England? So that's kind of how like we have our state flags and stuff like that. Interesting. Country versus nation. They're different. Gotcha. Yeah. Interesting. John Cross says, Josh, make an educated guess. Educated wish on the early prelims. What the fuck? Oh, you want me to make an educated wish? Okay. Let's go, Shauna. Polish, Lucas. Holy shit, brother. Thank you for the 50, man. Give me 1 second. I'll get right on there. Let's go with Sam. Let's go with Muhammad. And then we'll go with... Wait, there's a Wales, too? They got freaking Wales flags? Oh, hell no. The Americans gonna beat that ass. Americans gonna beat that ass. Yeah, it actually seems like a pretty good card, huh? Yeah, it seems pretty good. The Saviors 007. Welcome back to the Nerd Ventures, baby. Appreciate y'all. R. Maurice with a 50 says, love supporting nerds like me. Remember my name. Keep up the good work. Last thing before I head out, gotta say, as much as I like the movie, 8 out of 10, the anchor dying in a universe causing its eventual collapse idea is bad. Real bad. Still loved it, though. Yeah, I don't love that anchor being thing either, to be honest with you. I don't. But yeah, kind of like you said. Now, look, here's the thing, man. You just gave us a 50 here. Here, let's listen to the talk to text, right?
Love supporting nerds like me. Remember my name. Keep up the good work. Last thing before I head out. Go to say, as much as I liked the movie, 8 على 10, the anchor dying in a universe causing its eventual collapse idea is bad. Real bad.
What the hell? We need to change up that voice, man. I'm not in love with that. So wait a minute. You're telling me I got to remember your name, but am I even saying it right? R.M. Maurice? Or is it Rumurice? Rumurice? How do I say your name? R.M. Maurice? How do I do that? Pitch meeting? Okay. Wait, hang on. Mystic Troll won the gift card. Okay. Mystic Troll gift card. Hey, look, we are trying to get better at this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's important that it gets out to you guys. You know, I do feel bad for the homie, man. We'll get him something. We'll get him a little something. Okay. Pitch meeting. Acolyte. Oh, God. Oh, God. Delta Dan! Thanks for gifting a membership, brother. Appreciate you. Oh, God.
So, you got some new Star Wars content for me? Yes, sir, I do. And in this one, we're going to be following OSHA. Amazing. Occupational safety is very important. Right, but also that's her name, and she's going to be falsely accused of a crime. What's the crime? Well, her sister May's going to have this big old fight against a Jedi named Indara, who I figure we could get Carrie-Anne Moss to play. Trinity? Oh boy, that'll be a big draw for the show. So what does she do? Die immediately. Okay, well, I'm still going to pretend like she's a main character when we promote the show. Sounds like a good idea. So since May and OSHA look exactly alike and everybody thinks May is dead, OSHA gets blamed. Was she nearby? Not even a little bit. She was off putting out space fires, but a bartender saw her, so... Space fires? Fires in space, that's right. So she gets arrested and put on a prisoner ship piloted by robots. They think she killed a Jedi, so they put her on an unmanned ship. That's what we're going with. So this ship ends up crashing.
Yeah. Oh, no, why?
And then she reunites with her old Jedi Master Soul. Okay. And she explains to him, like, hey, I think my sister might be alive. alive, but he's like, no, I watched her die. Yeah, sounds like there's some history between these two. Oh, there sure is, sir. That's the whole basis of the show, but to explain that, we're gonna have to go back 16 years. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, no, don't worry, I'll just tell you what happened. Okay, yeah, that's better for me. So OSHA and May were raised by a bunch of space witches, and May wants to become a space witch, but OSHA doesn't really wanna. There are career paths other than space witch, sure. So then they're having this big ceremony to become space witches, and they do this little chant. A chant? Yeah, they're like, the power of one, the power of two, the power of many. So anyway, then Soul and some other Jedi show up, and they maybe want to train these kids to become Jedi because they have a high M count. M count? You mean midichlorians? Well, yes, but people made fun of that, so now I'm scared to say it out loud. Fair enough. So they do some tests on these girls, but then this Padawan really wants to go home, so he rushes back to the temple confrontationally. That's his motivation. He wants to leave ASAP. He doesn't like the food he's currently eating, so he risks and ruins everything. Understandable, I guess. So what happens? Well, the Mother Witch turns into a big scary smoke monster, so Soul kills her with a lightsaber. Close one. Actually, no, he shouldn't have, because she's like, I was gonna let OSHA go become a Jedi. She probably shouldn't have changed into a scary monster then. Yeah, well, if there's no miscommunication in this show, then there is no show. Oh, interesting storytelling technique. So then all the witches get together and possess this Wookiee Jedi.
So bad.
But when Trinity breaks that possession, all the witches die. Why? Because I need all the witches to die. That works.
Yeah,
and also,
dude.
May is mad that OSHA didn't want to become a space witch, so she starts a little fire and locks all the doors. Sounds like an OSHA violation for sure. Yeah, and this place is made of stone, so the fire spreads quickly. What? And then Soul finds himself in a situation where each sister is standing on a collapsing platform, and his force lift isn't strong enough for both platforms, so he just saves OSHA. Why not force lift the girls instead of the platforms they're on? Hey, shut up. And so that crazy night sets the stage for this whole story. Wow, well, that's gonna be a pretty intense show intro for sure. Oh, no, what I just described as a mystery spread out over multiple episodes. Stretching things out is tight. Paradoxically, yes. So then what happens? Well, because of that night, 16 years later, May is killing the Jedi involved with that, and she's working with this guy, Kymir. Okay. And also there seems to be a Sith lurking around, but we don't know who he is. Is it Kymir? I mean, who else would it be? Yep, that's a good point. I'm still gonna drop it as a big reveal several episodes in, okay? Sure, sounds good. So this guy really wants May to kill a Jedi without using a weapon. How come? He thinks that would be a pretty cool little dark side challenge. That does sound pretty cool. Then one day he goes nuts and kills practically all the Jedi that OSHA was rolling with. Oh my god. And in all that chaos, OSHA and May switch places. Oh, they do? Yeah, and it looks like May is gonna stab Soul, but then she doesn't. Why not? Yeah, because she doesn't want it anymore, you know? Who's to say why characters do what they do? You. Can you imagine? That'd be nuts. Well, anyway, meanwhile, OSHA is hanging out with Kymir the Sith. Hanging out? Yeah, she follows him around. He takes his clothes off, shows her his Sarlacc pit. Oh my god. So now that he murdered all her friends and flashed her his space junk, she's kind of into what he has to say about the dark side. Okay. But then she puts on his cool helmet and gets a vision of where May is. Oh, she does? Yeah, because the season's almost over and I need them to reunite, so she just has a vision of where to go next. Nice. So all the characters end up on that witchy planet where this whole thing started. It's like poetry, it rhymes. It's like poetry, it rhymes, that's right. So there's gonna be a big showdown between Kymir and Soul, and then also between May and OSHA. Very exciting. And then OSHA's gonna find out that Soul killed their mom, so she wants to kill him. Well, it's gonna be tough for her to kill an experienced Jedi Master. Actually, it's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, because now that she's angry, she can do dark side stuff, so she force chokes him to death. So he doesn't explain that her mom had turned into a scary smoke monster? No, because proper communication would get in the way of the story I'm trying to tell. Right, okay, keep going. Right. So there's no Soul. Nope. And then also that guy died. What? So then what happens? Well, then OSHA agrees to train with Kymir and let him show her the dark side. Oh, he flashes her again? No, like the dark side of the Force. Oh, okay. And then he wipes May's memory, which is a thing he can do. Why? So she can't remember. And then a green lady blames everything on Soul, and we're done. So what do you think?
Can you believe how fucking bad this show is? Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? Like, this is just, it's so funny, man. You know, like, the juxtaposition of, like, Marvel and Star Wars is really crazy. And, I mean, I don't know exactly why they're just, like, letting her ruin this incredible brand that they paid, like, $4 billion for. And it's just, like, wild. Like, I'm at a loss, right? That Star Wars is doing stuff like this, and Star Wars has a television show that they turned into a movie and a Rey movie on the way. That's literally the offering, right? Like, we're over here talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, this fucking like love letter to the fans, and we're like, yeah, but it didn't quite understand and explain the thing. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's true, but like, look at what the fuck they're doing over at Star Wars. They got a goddamn television show where they scrapped a season. They're putting that thing together as a movie. And they've got the Rey movie. Yeah, and as Aaliyah says, the publishing panel was all about Acolyte. Who are these people? Who's making the decisions over there? That's crazy, man. It really is wild. Like, it's one of the wildest things I've had to deal with has been covering the IPs that I love, Star Wars and Marvel, and just watching what has happened. It's a shame.
It's okay. I just feel like it's missing something. It is, isn't it? What key ingredient we missing here? Oh, I got it. You know what it is? We got to do that thing. You know that thing where we sprinkle in glimpses of established characters and selectively recycle content we own as if that were a way to sustain long-term engagement? Right, that's what it is. I'll toss a few cameos in at the end. Great, that'll keep the brand alive. Hi, this is Ryan George.
Yeah, it was, pretty decent. They could have gone harder on it, but yeah, it was pretty good. They do good stuff over there, you know what I mean? They do good stuff over there, for sure. Yeah, so guys, I think we're going to call the stream there. I appreciate all the support. I want to make some videos about Deadpool and Wolverine. I think I'll do one kind of in-depth about like the ending of the movie, how I think that ties to Loki and Secret Wars. I think that's important. SDCC vids. I mean, you mean like from the show floor and stuff like that? I mean, look, a lot of that stuff's super fun, but guys, tomorrow's the thing. Like tomorrow during Hall H, tomorrow night, that's the big one. And we'll have a lot to talk about after that stream and on Monday morning. Because I'm going to do a big video breaking it all down Sunday morning for you guys. And then Monday morning on stream, we're going to be talking, brother. We're going to be talking. We got a lot to talk about, huh? We got a lot to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I mean. Give us the big thing you've heard about. I haven't really heard about anything. I mean, I haven't really been reaching out to people, sources, scoopers. I haven't really been reaching out to people. I'm trying to kind of get back into I mean, look, do I hear things? Of course. But I'm trying to get back into I just want to be a fan and speculate. And look, if the scoopers want to say something, I'll talk about it. I'll but even then, we have to keep everything in check. There's a lot of stuff that the scoopers said was going to be in this movie that's not in this movie. The scoopers are getting more stuff wrong than ever. It's not that they don't get stuff right, and it's not that we shouldn't listen to them, but it's more like, let's just keep it in check. Like, understand that it's, yeah. Per Grace, I hear there's a strong chance we're getting Avengers clarification tomorrow. Yeah, but I mean, we knew that. I mean, look, yeah. I feel like we knew that as soon as the Russo brothers thing broke. Within the Russo article, it sort of talks about that. It kind of sets it up. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to get clarification on the Avengers. I think it's Russo brothers, Avengers versus X-Men, dude. That's the thing I'm waiting for. Daniel, please hit me up again. I know it's been like the 7th time. Or hit Elisa up, man. We'll get you something. And maybe I'll even sign it and say sorry for the delay and sorry that I yelled at you. Yeah. hit Elisa up. She's on the Discord. One of the mods can get you over there. But no, look, Daniel, you gotta understand, bro. I have hundreds of open DMs with people. Okay? My house smells of rich mahogany. Okay? So I'm absolutely certain that we spoke. I remember it, but I'm talking about hundreds of open DMs with people. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get you sorted though, bud. Darth Baba says, had such a good time last night. Tomorrow, baby. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Oh, hell yeah, brother. What's the count on your leather-bound book collection? Oh, dude, many. Many leather-bound books, you know? Many. All right, everybody. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. Tomorrow night, 8:30. Maybe a little Twitch stream in the afternoon for some Marvel Rivals, too. That'd be kind of tight. Tomorrow night's the big one, man. I'm very excited. It's going to be cool. And then Sunday, big video. Monday, we're back at it. And, dude, Monday. We're going to be going over a lot on Monday. Good times all around, okay? As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Hey, do me a favor. Tweeted a nice photo of Elisa and myself on the Twitters. Make sure you go give it some love. Trying to take more pictures together. I always, I'm not good at that, but we got a nice picture of us together from Deadpool, Wolverine. Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you so much. I think tomorrow's going to be the real sort of litmus test, and, we'll see where Marvel is at. I'm expecting fireworks. We'll see what we get tomorrow, and we'll find out together, man. A lot of fun, man. A lot of just genuine reactions, losing our mind. We'll talk about a bunch of stuff. It's going to be great. It's like my favorite stream of the year every year. RDJ tomorrow? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hell yeah. Thursday streams. Let's go. Appreciate you, man. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Keep the vibes strong. Keep the vibes strong. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember to open your third eye and wash out your stinky but whole